everyone, welcome back to Brindlewood Bay. This is part 2 of Deadly Silent Auction and our second time filming in person together, which is really exciting. And we think the audio is going to be even better. So please let us know in chat. As always, all of the things like follow, subscribe, find us on socials. We're also grateful to folks who hop into our community Discord and keep us posted on what your viewing experience is like. I'm Elizabeth. I'm the keeper for this particular story and the founder of Open the Gates Gaming, which is shorthand for everything's my fault. But very, very happy to be here. I want to make sure that I give a shout out right at the beginning to Atlas and Gustavo, who are our production team today.
They're gesturing. You can't see it because they're off camera.
Because they didn't point the cameras at themselves. We've got 3 players. I will let them introduce themselves and their characters. Chris, you want to go first?
Sure. Hi, I'm Chris. I am the storytelling lead. I think that's what we're calling it now for Open the Gates Gaming. I write silly adventures, and sometimes I play things, but normally I DM things. But we're reversing roles for a little while.
No, it is deeply confusing.
Yeah.
Because our identities are inverted from what people are seeing.
It's true. Anyway, I'm playing Rosa de Los Angeles, a very proper Latino woman in her late 60s, early 70s. I don't think she would ever tell you. And yeah, she's been having an okay evening, I guess, aside from the fact that somebody got murdered. I, on the other hand, am not looking forward to the fact that I can't roll to save my life when I'm a player, whereas when I'm a DM, I roll like the gods. So anyway, that's me.
And I'm Justin. I am playing Barbara Babs McGee, who is just your crazy old woman. Kind of keeps to herself, but does her own thing. She's a little bit into conspiracy theory, which may play out a little bit at some points in times, at least with her new friend. Yeah. So who knows what people may know about her right now.
Is it a problem if, like, some of it is real?
That's a great kind of existential
For Babs,
question.
it's all real, right?
Like,
Or
is
it could be real.
More or less of a problem that really was your social security number on that screen? We'll find out. Okay, our last player, Sean, you want to say hi?
Hi everyone, I'm Sean, also part of the OTG team, and I am playing Nellie Blanchard Fortescue. Nellie, it seems, has a very strong sense of propriety. And we left Nellie in a whirlwind of activity, so I'm very interested and excited to see what happens this evening.
Did we ever?
Yeah, previously on Brindlewood Bay. Do you want me to give you the beginning and then you can dive in?
Sure,
Or
yeah.
Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Go for it.
All right, so when last we left our old lady heroes, also I would like to point out that we were really committed to the cardigan bit today. So, you know.
I just dressed like an old woman. I did not know about the bit.
It's fine.
I do have an extra sweater here that we might.
See, but that's committed to the bit too. All right, so.
I wear the sweater all the time.
Last time, our 3 mavens went to the local antique shop run by Pierre and Pauline, the twins. Aha.
And there's Pauline.
Pauline, as you may notice, is no longer among the living, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So yes, we went to the antique store in Brindlewood Bay run by the twins for a fundraiser silent auction. And once we got there, we looked around a little bit, talked to some of the various people. The auction is benefiting the local museum, the Museum of Whaling and other things. Educational Center and Whaling Museum, I believe. I don't know. Let's see, we all kind of, went according to...
It's so funny for reasons you don't even know yet, so just keep going.
Great. We went and talked to various people. Some of us were more interested in talking to Pauline, who was the more business-like person of the twins, and some of us wanted to talk to Pierre, who was interested in stories and really just generally flouncing about and being fabulous. And there's also Nigel the caterer, let's see, Alina, who is in sales somewhere. Oh, Alma, excuse me. I can't read my own writing. Alma Heimwinkel, who is the daughter of the captain, who is the one that donated all the materials.
Granddaughter, I think?
The granddaughter.
Granddaughter, excuse me.
Yep, of the captain who died. This is his estate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, a few other people. Yes, Nigel the caterer, George the man about town, who was in the Battle of 92, we found out. I don't really remember what that was about, but...
a group of, like, doomsday prep separatists briefly took over the town and had, like, a shootout with the cops. It was a whole thing. He wasn't in it,
They were
but he was,
the
like, friends
Sons of
with it.
Freedom,
That's
and
right.
they were out in the woods. They were an anti-government organization. He wasn't actually a part of the group, but he was kind of a sympathizer. He had friends in the group, so he was like providing them with intel and running some errands. And you think that that may have been the start of him struggling, but he currently has dementia, but was a fisherman and has spent a lot of time with Babs, especially when Babs is on walks with Banjo.
Yes, and was going on and on about how the pipe was not a pipe but cursed. And also, what was the other thing about?
Trees don't bark.
Trees don't bark.
The captain
But then
does.
also something about the briny deep and things must return to the briny deep.
Yeah, that which is dragged from the inky depths of the void will always want to return to the void,
Inky
and
depths,
it will
not
spread
inky.
nothing but hatred and misery until it's allowed to do so.
Yep, that was super chill when he said that.
chill.
So anyway, other people, Hazim Mashwani, who was a rather well put together older gentleman, who, although apparently had a thing with Pauline, oops. Also, Lee Landsberg, local employee of the Whaling Museum and Educational Center, I believe.
Like a grad student, I think, as well, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
A student at the Brindlewood Bay Community College working on an art history degree. Was hired specifically by Pauline because Pierre is really much more interested in the story, so tends to acquire things that have a great story, not necessarily good financial value.
Indeed.
So yeah, the idea that this assistant would help balance out those tendencies, although that was normally Pauline's job. So this is part of the question of why Pauline would do that.
Indeed. There's also Lily Codswallop, who was interesting, and apparently was the person, or rather the main item on auction, something called the Elder Wing, some kind of butterfly or a moth, we are given to understand was in a frame that was found by our intrepid Nellie, but empty. And so no one is quite sure where the Elder Wing is. Lily really wants it back, like really, really, really to the point of searching a dead body before anyone else had touched it, looking for the dead moth.
She claims it belonged to her family.
Yes, correct.
But was real sketchy on when or how they didn't have it, or etc.
Yes.
Any details.
In any case, so we met a lot of people. We did some meddling. And then Pauline was murdered and found, not breathing, by the dumpster out back, which is kind of grim. But in any case, so we started meddling further.
I will say specifically when she was sent to find the Elder Wing.
Yes.
To retrieve that.
Okay, good to remember. And whilst people like called the authorities and did various things, Nellie went back to the storage room to look for the Elder Wing and found the frame sitting there without a moth in it, and wanted to walk away, only to find the frame in her hand. And then me and Justin were told to leave the room because things happened. I haven't watched back the recording, so I am still unspoiled. Or at least I didn't watch that part of it when I was making reels for social media. In any case, once we got back in, then there was a whole like Benny Hill theme style just nonsense around Marjorie and Pierre, because Marjorie has a thing for Pierre. And this is where Rosa said, barking up the wrong tree.
Trees don't bark.
Trees don't bark. George leaned in. In any case, Marjorie and Nellie kind of got into it to the point that I think, yes, Marjorie punched an old lady. And now you have a black eye?
Yep.
Yep.
There was an actual like struggle over Pierre,
Between
I think.
George and Marjorie, as Marjorie tried to carry his unconscious body upstairs.
Right, yes, because that's cool and chill.
Yep.
And Marjorie also had, what was it, an article about the twins' parents' death in her handbag. So that's, not at all weird. And yeah, a few other clues.
You took Pierre upstairs,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
got him settled in bed, where you happened to find a silken rope stained with dried blood. Meanwhile, downstairs, there was some continued conflict between Nellie and Marjorie, especially when Marjorie chose to pick up a pig in a blanket that had fallen in the kerfuffle off of the caterer's tray.
It's a kerfuffle. He walked in and calmly threw it on the ground to make a scene.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. She picked it up, said 5-second rule, I suppose, made aggressive eye contact, and ate it.
And proceeded to aggressively fail to eat that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which you did choose to intervene to save her life, performing the Heimlich maneuver successfully, and revealing yet another clue, which is it knocked over a tea tin, and a wad of cash came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you did find other things, a business card of a rival antique dealer in Boston that, Pauline's paramour? Y'all haven't dug a hole out there, in his pocket, and it was in Pauline's pocket that there was a napkin with the phone number, and there was a message on that. It said, "I can help you." I think where we left off, you sent someone to look for the wooden frame. Who did you send?
I told Alma that the elder wing was missing. She went to check, and I told her that the frame was still there, and she ran back in saying, "What do you mean? There's no frame there."
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the long and the short of it. I did want to check in, though. What questions? So at the beginning of each session, they mark 2 questions, and they get points. So what did you can just share what you successfully checked off after our last session, and then share if you got any new features or stats. We could kind of go in the same order since I just keep doing it automatically. Chris?
Great. So yes, I had checked, did you share your wisdom with a young person? And I did, by consensus, mark that one as checked when I yelled, "He's gay," at Marjorie, referencing Pierre. So that was 1. And 2, did you dote on someone? I was trying to take care of Pierre, or Rosa was trying to take care of Pierre. So I also marked that one, which means I did get to level up, and I chose another Maven move, Tom Hansen, which means you can easily pass for someone much younger than yourself. And if being younger is a benefit and there is a die roll associated, you get advantage on the die roll. So that was me, and I'm going to mark some new ones.
And
now.
we did discover Tom Hansen's a reference to character in 21 Jump Street.
Yep.
In case any of y'all are, that sounds familiar, just like us. Cool. Justin, how's Babs doing?
Babs paranoid and pained.
Yeah.
She did not do much to answer any questions, so no extra points necessarily, because I did not solve a mystery. I did not show anyone I still got it, unless drinking counts for that.
Can you show
and
George?
then, yeah. And then did you share a memory of a
George?
late family member? Not yet, but I've got plenty of conversations with George, so who knows what may happen.
Sounds good. Sean, how is Nellie?
Nellie's got a black eye from Marjorie, and is not yet leveled up, but I did mark off, did you share your wisdom with a young person in the, for a few moments that Nellie spent trying to talk Pierre down from a kind of panic attack by just getting him to just, breathe and rest and go with Rosa upstairs.
Awesome. So make sure you mark 2 new questions for this session, because you'll be able to earn more XP. And I think, has everyone leveled up once now? No.
Because this is my first.
That's right. This is your first one. They've both had 2. Awesome. Once you've got your session questions marked, and you'll reveal those at the end so I don't accidentally, lean into it to try to give you too many opportunities. Let's do some cozy vignettes. I think it'd be fun to flavor these as antiquing. They could be more distant memories or more recent ones. Keep in mind, if you have the Shadow in the Garden, Crown of the Void marked, the dark entities are going to subtly reveal themselves in the scene. I don't know why I just like this order. I think it's because Chris is always ready to go. So let's start with Rosa.
Indeed. So yes, I think this cozy vignette is happening in the middle of the silent auction, a moment where we're all kind of milling around looking at the various antiques. Rosa maybe looks a little disappointed that she didn't find her like stained glass mosaic lampshade that she wanted to turn into a planter, but she did find that porthole mirror. And so she's kind of over there, kind of looking it over, kind of tapping it, and then kind of looking at it pensively, and kind of making a decision about maybe to turn into a planter later. And so she turns to walk away, and the mirror goes black for a moment. A massive eye of some sort of deep-sea creature, like a squid, opens in the middle of it, tracks Rosa slightly, and closes, and the mirror returns to being a mirror.
Amazing. What about Babs?
Babs had, at the end of the last session, had took George kind of out of the conversations going on that had nothing to do with two crazy old people that have better things to talk about than conspiracies. And so grabs a bottle of wine that she found sitting that Nigel just kind of left haphazardly around, and decides to just start drinking straight out of the bottle, along with George, sorry.
Fabulous.
While also just asking him some questions about the people he knew and the stories he may be able to tell, though he didn't seem very conversational at the time. But yeah.
Brilliant. How about Nellie?
There was a few moments at the beginning of the auction after Nellie and her friends had wandered around and looked at these items. Nellie was disappointed in the state and the aggressive lack of provenance for so many of these things. She was just standing there with a glass of champagne in hand, and a memory came back to her of she spent a lot of time in antique stores and antique spaces, of a moment years and years ago, in fact, in her late 20s, the sort of first time she really got into building out what would be kind of her lifetime hobby of collecting things in a small store in a coastal Maine town. Just looking over bits and bobs, chunks of wood, and bits of what looked like debris from like ships and other things, and passes a set of tuning forks. And as she strikes one, instead of, it's marked with a C, but instead of C, she just hears whom, whum, 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 a kind of pulsating rumble. Looks around briefly, notices that no one else is, strikes it again, hears it one more time fade out, and just smiles to herself and goes, "Take these ones."
Awesome. Along those lines, if you'll remember, each of you had picked an item that you were a little bit interested in at the auction. This is a silent auction. There was some time that you could have written numbers down. So I'm kind of curious. There's some paper there that's intended for clues. If each one of you could grab it, tell me, like, grab one. You were interested in the planter, right? Or no, you wanted to make it a planter. So this is a mirror made from a repurposed, salvaged porthole. The bidding starts at $25 for this item. Tell me how high Rosa's bid would have been. Like how high she would have gone. Just write it on the paper. We'll find out later if you get it.
Okay.
So it would start at $25 for that item. Do you remember what you were interested in?
The chest.
The chest, that's right. It's a sea captain's chest with a broken lock.
Forgot we learned that Babs also collects things to put other things in.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a hoarder, but only of containers.
Yeah.
So the bidding for that one would have started at $40. So you're going to give me the highest number Babs would have gone for that if it started at $40. And what were you after? after? Or what was Nellie after? I can repeat some of them too. If
The only thing that was even of a little interest to Nellie was the case the Elder Wing was in.
So the Elder Wing, which was listed with its case, would have started at $250. So give me your highest number when you're good.
I'm a cheapskate, apparently.
I don't know, man.
There's a reason for that.
I made up these numbers. They do not remotely represent anything in the economy. These are already very funny, actually. Hold on. The event's been incredibly disrupted, to say the least. But this is one of those situations where it's a bit of a contract, right? Like all the forms are still out there through all the chaos. So it's not going to be until the next morning that you'll hear what you won.
Sean wrote a letter, apparently.
Oh, those are wonderful. Do not let me forget to address those at the end. Okay, so to get back to our mystery, when it was actually Lee, who's the one that found Pauline, they were sent in that direction by Pierre, and they were cradling, like they were the one who screamed, and they were cradling Pauline's body. When all of that happened, calls were made to the authorities. The sheriff's office said that he might be about 30 minutes. He was a bit delayed by some other happenings, but the ambulance would be on its way. Where we left off, Alma was quite loudly letting everyone downstairs at least know that there is no frame in the storage room where Nellie said that it should be. I think, strangely enough, it would be the people in the alleyway, but also Rosa and Pierre who would hear the ambulance siren getting closer. So you have a beat before the ambulance gets there. Is there anything you would do? I will also say, because this is important in Brindlewood Bay, this started at cocktail hour. The sun is now down.
I really want to know about the silken rope with dried blood on it. I don't know if Rosa would just straight up ask Pierre.
Mercedes would.
Pierre is in a state. It is completely up to you. You could do a meddling move. You could do a few things, right? You could do a meddling move with presence if you're trying to talk to Pierre about it. You can also snoop around the room more. The locations we have here include the showroom, the storage room, the alleyway, Pierre's room. No one's gone to Pauline's room, which is also upstairs. The twins' residence is upstairs of the antique store, Albertine's Antiques. The second floor is their residence. First floor is the antique showroom and all that.
I seem to recall I was trying to tuck Pierre in.
Yes.
So if he's kind of, seems to be trying to go to sleep, I will surreptitiously poke around a little bit more to see if I can figure out what the hell is going on with a silken rope stained with dried blood.
Okay, why don't you give me the meddling move? I feel like it would be just reason if you're looking for clues, unless you're feeling a different way about how you're doing this.
Remind me what presence is?
Presence is kind of like charisma in this particular one, whereas you have composure. Like I'll read out the written thing. If you're trying to charm someone, intimidate someone, or capture someone's imagination.
Okay, and composure?
Composure is if the action requires a steady hand, a calm disposition, or intense concentration, or if you're trying to avoid a fear-based reaction.
I'm going to say maybe composure, just to try and... Like, maybe she's going to try and make it seem like she's tidying up the room a little bit.
But you're kind of freaked out?
Yeah, I would say so. Oh, and also conditions, I forgot to mention these earlier. I am frustrated, seething, and have a sprained ankle.
I feel like that's going to put you... It's the frustrated, seething combo that is going to put you at disadvantage here. You're feeling a lot of emotions.
Like I need disadvantage to roll poorly. Is this the meddling move?
We're going to treat it as a meddling move. You'll roll 3d6, and then you'll take the lower 2.
And I rolled with composure?
Yep.
It's still only a 7.
Okay.
Technically.
So with a 7, you are going to find something, but there is a complication. As you're looking around, you're being very, very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You get closer to the, like, you're kind of working your way around the other side of the bed, seeing if there's anything else. Closer to the door, you hear voices coming from the direction of Pauline's room.
All right. All right.
However, as you start to kind of approach it, like you get up and move towards the door is going to creak. So the voices stop.
So is Pauline's room attached to this one, or is it that it's
They're
like...
they're both kind of, you go up the stairs, there's a hallway that has like their bedrooms are up there. There's also like a sitting kind of living area.
Right. So is it, I guess...
It sounds like somebody's in Pauline's room.
Yeah, okay. Rosa... Is there anywhere to hide in that sitting room?
There's some chairs. How low? Like there's armchairs. It's like armchairs, ottomans, a little side table, a lamp. There's books. It seems like they like sit out here and read and just kind of.
Is there an armchair that I could move into a corner that I can, or that is already in a corner that I can hide behind?
Absolutely. What's your plan here? Are you kind of waiting to see if you can?
I want to see who they are and who leaves the room.
Okay.
But I don't want to say anything.
Okay. I feel like this is going to be the night move.
Do I get a clue? For...
Yes. So
Okay.
your clue is actually 2 suspects are having an intimate conversation, then get very quiet when they think they're being watched.
Okay.
So I think you could put this connected to Pauline's room, 2 suspects talking. Now what's interesting is y'all have not seen anybody go up there.
Mm-hmm.
But also, a lot has been happening.
Okay. Night move it is.
Okay, so with the night move, I am going to ask you what you're afraid will happen if you fail or lose your nerve. Because you're basically, what you're trying to do is to hide here, not be seen, catch who's doing it, basically.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess I'm worried that they'll see me and it'll be someone problematic, I guess.
Yeah, I think just for this one, you have to give a little bit of a specific, like if they see you, if they catch you, what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, the worst that could happen is that they think I'm a witness and they try to kill me.
Ooh.
You asked.
That's true, and now I get to say how it's actually worse than that. Give me a second. They're not just going to come after you, they're going to come after someone close to you. So then you have a choice, basically. You can choose to back down, or you can go through with it. And then if you do, you'll roll with the ability.
Am I rolling a disadvantage?
You were just, at this moment, hiding behind the chair, right?
Yeah.
If this was a roll about getting there in time, I think your sprained ankle would be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would be a disadvantage just to be behind the chair in and of itself. Because I think this is more of a composure roll, I think. I think this would be flat.
Well, I have +1 to composure. But...
It's entirely up to you. Y'all also have not used your Amanda Delacourt move, so if you fail, you do have the Gold Crown Mysteries move at your disposal.
Okay. I could also put on another crown.
And also, to be clear, when I say, like, coming after you, that doesn't mean a certain fate.
Right. All right, let's go for it. 9. Right? Yes, I can do math. Yes.
Okay. There is going to be a complication.
I don't want complications.
But
I love fucking complications.
You are succeeding. Okay. You are able to hide back there until you, like, the door, there's a little bit of light. from when the door opens and they turn off the light in that room, especially probably with the ambulance coming, so it doesn't look like anybody's up there.
Yeah.
The door steadily closes. The footsteps alone, you're able to identify, like, this sounds much more like the type of shoe that men are more likely to wear.
Mm-hmm.
And you do hear two familiar voices of people you hadn't seen interact before. It's going to be Hazim and Nigel, who were up there in Pauline's room.
Okay. Is that a clue, or is that just, I guess I could add it to two suspects talking.
That one, it is the two suspects talking, but I will give you a little bit more than that before there is a bit of a complication. As they're coming out of the room, it sounds like Nigel is pestering Hazim about this, like, unpaid invoice for a very large sum. So I am giving you a clue, even though I do not have to when you roll that poorly. Just to be clear.
Thank you, ma'am. I have another.
But you, it doesn't seem like it's just, you know, the type of catering bill for an event like this. There's something bigger. And why is, like, this worth fighting over? That said, you do pick up a phrase, the end of all things.
Okay.
One of the complications here is you're not going to be able to make out, like, a ton of the conversation.
I'm fine with that.
The other one, which I think might hit Rosa a little hard, I don't think Hazim is as attractive anymore to you as you once thought he was.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rosa had already written that one off a little bit, since he was clearly putting the moves on Pauline in a way that felt maybe a little icky, but that really does put the nail in the coffin, so to speak, although I probably shouldn't make
But
morbid
as they're
references.
bickering about this end of all things, Nigel is going to pull a knife on Hazim.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to say not my circus, not my monkeys.
You're just going to...
I mean, well, I don't want to sit there and watch someone kill someone else, but, like, it's got a knife. Can we cut the scene to somebody else so I can think about this?
Yep, absolutely. What are y'all doing downstairs?
Well, I had a thought for Babs prior to any of this knowledge. Babs wouldn't know this.
No, Babs knows nothing about this. The upstairs is a happening place.
Well,
and you may want to move.
Wooden frame with that one too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what Babs was going to do is
I can do this. Go ahead, yeah.
With about a half a bottle of wine in her after the 3 chug champagne she's already had, she's feeling a little bit more adventurous and helpful in her own not so sober way, and was going to take George up to Pauline's to just grab a blanket or something as a comfort thing for her to the hospital. And so they would head up to Pauline's room with taking George with me.
Cool. Are you talking to George along the way? Like, are you trying to get any information out of him, or snooping as you go, or just kind of?
Yeah, I want to know more about his connections and any stories he knows about from all of his other past. What was it? The War of
Battle of 92.
The Battle of 92 and his buddies, and anything that he may have story-wise from that time area.
Yeah, let's do the meddling move with presence.
Meddling move with presence.
I love how my instinct is to make these numbers different for him, but that's not how the system works.
And that's 2 die, right?
Yep. Well, yeah, actually, it's really funny. If it was anybody except George, the pinged and paranoid would give you a disadvantage, but I feel like it evens out with
All right.
George. You've chosen your target well.
So that would be 9.
Okay. Fascinating. Okay, so with a 9, you are going to get a clue, but there is a bit of a complication. The complication is he's really difficult when you bring up 92. He is a very chatty guy in a predictable kind of way. Not overly loquacious or stealing the scene, but he's usually not holding back. And for whatever reason, when you bring up 92, he just kind of freezes up. However, he will say, it's not 92 you should have worried about, it's 2012. That's when everything's going to end. Some fools just throwing parties. Trees don't bark, I don't bark. I don't tell.
What do you not tell?
Pauline made a killing off of that, I hear.
Off of 2012?
The parties.
The parties. Interesting. What type of parties were they?
Joking about things shouldn't be joked about. Shouldn't joke about the void and the end of all things. Have to pay our debts.
I really want to ask about what debts, but I don't want to ask about what debts. George, what kind of debts are you talking about, George? I gotta ask too many questions.
She was always worried about him finding out that she lied. The personal debts, financial debts. Isn't it funny? You look at the void just echoes. It's like if you look in a mirror with 2 mirrors that goes back and forth, and one eye's all the eyes.
That's true.
Interesting. You said she was worried about him.
Mm-hmm.
Who is he?
And this is actually your clue, which is that Pauline has expressed her worry about him finding out to George. And that is the extent of George's knowledge.
Okay.
George doesn't ask a lot of follow-up questions, but there is a him that she's worried about finding out that she lied. I will say, because you're you, because of who Babs is, Babs would know that there were kind of widespread conspiracy theories about the world ending in 2012, based on misreadings of calendars from cultures no one dared to bother to understand, just colonize and appropriate. And Brindlewood Bay, Babs would have been here around then, right? Like you're longer. Yeah. You may remember that for whatever reason, the historical society thought that this was great for tourism and had a lot of festivities, extra tourists, and some people even fell in love with the charming city, so they were able to sell some houses that had been abandoned to folks, and there was a new influx of people around that time. That would be the most that you'd be able to make of his ramblings, unfortunately.
Lost from Mayan calendar nonsense.
Are we able to enter and...
I would say by the time you get up there, I feel like from this angle, right? If Rosa was hiding from people like Pauline's room, you probably see Rosa hiding behind the armchair. And then you see Nigel pulling a knife on Hazim in the hallway.
Would they be able to see where I am at that
They're
point?
a little distracted, but So you'd have a second to react.
Do I see Babs?
Oh, most certainly.
Just like look at
Because you're just like
Rosa.
clued into everything, right?
I'm gonna make a big show out of seeming like I just came out of Pierre's room and that I'm not looking in their direction. He's like, Babs, here you are. I was wondering where you went.
So are you just like trying to diffuse the whole?
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay, I think this is going to be either one of you, assuming is Babs going to like play
Well,
along?
that's what I was trying to figure, because Babs is pretty well tipsy right now, and I feel like she would just be very just open and honest at this point in time, so I'm trying to figure out like which one she's going to react to more. Is Rosa just coming out?
Why don't you
And then-
just give me...
Uh-oh.
Well, no, this isn't like a thing in the system, but why don't you just do 2d6 with composure, and we can use that as like a high number, you read what's happening, a low number, you're more focused on, what'd you get?
How about a 7?
Yeah, I think a 7, you are deeply confused. Like
Yeah,
you're
that's
not
okay.
able to
That's
piece
definitely
everything
all right.
together. So just to help your reaction, it's not like a consequential, like I'm not giving you a punishment. That was
I
just
think
weird.
it's just me trying to or Babs just sitting there just looking between Rosa and I guess Nigel with the knife, like.
And then
like what?
if I see her looking and kind of acting like what's happening, I will make a big show of like looking around to see Nigel and Hazim. Be like, oh, gentlemen, what are you doing up here? I don't know why my accent's British. all of a sudden. I don't know. Maybe, no, actually, yeah. She's so confused, and she starts talking in a British accent.
Okay, is this you invoking your new move, the Tom Hansen?
Sure, it is.
Okay.
Would it have to be younger in this situation?
Well, I mean, I get
And
maybe
British.
she's gonna just
Because
like.
you're sounding like you're trying to be a little flirty. I don't know what's
Oh.
happening there. Like, what are you doing?
What did British just automatically read as flirty? Is that what
I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out.
Me too. God.
But it sounded like you were putting on airs of some sort. So that was why.
No, that
just
was
checking.
entirely just me not being able to do accents.
Okay.
I think I am basically trying to diffuse the situation by trying to play the part of confused old lady.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be presence.
Okay.
I feel like it is technically a night move. Worst that could happen?
They stab me. I don't know. You keep
Okay.
asking what's the worst that could happen.
I think even worse than that, maybe they stab your friend.
Stab Babs.
Babs,
You want to roll?
Babs is not.
Can Babs do something simultaneously? Just saying one
Well,
thing
if it-
simultaneously.
What would you do?
Babs still doesn't understand what's going on. Probably the first question would just be, was that an auction item? Talking about the knife? Because she doesn't realize there was any argument, so she just like, oh, he's showing him the knife.
Beautiful. Please resolve that.
I am just
I was just showing this man
just
my
not-
lovely knife.
Look.
Doesn't it look
Okay.
sharp?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is allowed in the system, but what I want this to be is you rolling with advantage.
Sure.
Right? Because
I'll
like
take
I
it.
don't feel like there needs to be a roll for Babs just saying something weird like that.
No.
But like it would give you like mechanically it feels like it would give you advantage.
I mean, this was presence.
Yeah, presence.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What did you roll?
Oh my god.
3 ones. 3 fucking ones. Can someone please, in the chat, can someone please run the numbers on what the odds of that are? Because, oh my god.
What's
Babs had to
6
go to the
times
bathroom real
36?
quick, so she just ran snack.
36, 100, 216-ish, 1 and 216.
Yeah.
As the internet would say, it's 50-50.
Okay.
Either you roll 3 ones or you don't.
I would like to invoke the Gold Crown Mistress move.
Yes, that's right.
Before you even know.
This is
Yeah.
just
Exactly how
like
it
when
goes
Amanda
down.
Delacourt rolled 3 ones.
Honestly, this feels like
This is the-
narratively There have been a lot of chaotic moments, but this
I
feels
tried
like
to help.
You did, and I
Fiction.
appreciated it.
It is going to give you a 12 plus, I assume, to the roll. You're going to want that rather than because you can either pick a 12 plus to a single relevant roll or a state of fact that I have to incorporate. But it sounds like you want that 12 plus.
I would love that 12 plus.
Here, I'll just. What if the fact is that it was an auction item that he's just showing us?
Yeah, okay. Actually, yeah, maybe we are going to do a fact. And
Somebody's going to get stabbed.
the fact is that it actually is an auction item and that he is just showing Kasim.
Great job.
Yes, credit to Sham for that one.
Okay, but you need to do the rest of it now.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the Gold Crown mystery?
Okay, well, the previous ones we had were the Silver Snake Shenanigans, the Emerald Elephant Epiphany, and the Maroon Monkey Mayhem.
Oh, we've already done S, haven't
The Cobalt Cobra Curse.
Great.
The Curse of the Cobalt?
No,
You
because
have
it has
put
to-
in the
No,
right
you
order.
set up a formula.
You have
yeah.
to do it in the
Yeah.
right order. Yep.
And
yep.
I think it's a feature of these mysteries that it doesn't make great grammatical sense.
Yep. Okay.
What?
And then what is the problem or situation she found herself in that's similar to what you're experiencing, and how did she overcome that?
Okay, well, Amanda Dellencourt, mystery solver extraordinaire, was at a large party at a mansion, a fundraiser, and was upstairs investigating suspicious goings-on when two men got into an altercation, but that were connected to the mystery somehow, and she diffused the situation by pretending to faint.
So you're going to pretend to faint.
Yes.
I don't even know the connection between the two, but let's do it. Sure. So now retconning that's actually what's happening. He's not attacking him. It's going to change a few things.
Rosa is just deeply confused, apparently.
Hazim's kind of up against the wall. He's a bit taller than Nigel, the caterer, with his excellent eats with a Z shirt on. Nigel's holding this knife up to him and says, "You see this? It was left off the auction registry, but they say that it's worth a small fortune. You let me have this, and we'll say Pauline's debt is completely clear." Hazim is thinking for a moment. Says, I don't know that stolen property is really the way out. I feel like Pauline would have wanted all of this done above board. I'm sure she fully intended to pay her debts. And then out of the corner of his eye, sees you rushing in, all excitable, fainting into Babs's arms. Feel free to reenact if you would like. With that, Nigel's attention is also turned, and he's kind of been caught red-handed with an item that was nicked from the silent auction. There is now an extra item at the silent auction that wasn't there before. This is a knife that allegedly the captain was using as a letter opener, although with the size of it, it's hard to understand how or why. He claims that it came from a pirate horde of undetermined origin and provenance. It's possibly why it wasn't, foregrounded. I'm going to give all of you an opportunity to bid on this knife. If you would place a bid on a knife, tell me how much you would spend and give me an envelope. The bidding for this one would
Rosa's
start.
not bidding on this one.
It would start at $25.
And I know we're committed to the bid, but I'm also very warm.
I feel like Babs would really good on this one.
Yeah, Babs is getting like an up-close appraisal of it now. But Hazim would look at all of you and say, "Oh, ladies, apologies. I didn't think that you were up here. I was trying to discreetly take care of some matters with this gentleman."
I'll kind of come to. Oh, it's okay, Hazim. I was just seeing to Pierre, but then with everything going on, I guess I got a bit lightheaded.
Oh, do you need help? I can take you
I
get
think
some
I'm
water.
okay.
If you hold still, and he seems to know exactly his way into a little kitchenette down the hall to bring you a glass of water. Knew exactly which cupboard to open, brings it to you.
Trying not to let the suspicion show on my face. Thank you, Hazim. Drink some water.
Babs hands you
As
the
he hands it-
remaining wine with the bottle.
She's just gonna set it behind her.
This is probably the closest you've been to him, and you get this like very expensive sandalwoody kind of designer fragrance off of him.
Interesting.
With this, the siren has stopped, but you can see the lights kind of from the end of the hallway, which would line up with where the alley is. The flashing lights through that window, and medical help has at least arrived downstairs. What are you up to?
So, when we last saw Nellie, seems like a year ago. So much is happening upstairs.
You're just downstairs.
Alma had
with,
run in
with
saying,
Marjorie.
well, but Alma had run in saying that the frame is gone. So I
Do you
mean,
want to move them?
Oh,
so
yeah,
you can
yeah.
Over there. Sorry, go ahead.
Nellie will turn to Alma and say, I don't know what to tell you, Dad. It was there when I last saw it, and but there's a lot of people moving around. There's several folks we haven't seen in a while.
I suppose it's. I really don't feel right making a big deal about this with my friend in the alley. I'm gonna go tend to that. But if you could keep an eye out
Of course.
for me, and a very pointed look quickly in Marjorie's direction, and then making eye contact back with you before she sort of like straightens her cardigan and her pearls and kind of sets herself right and heads down the hallway towards the open door to the alley.
So Alma's going to the alleyway?
Mm-hmm.
And then Marjorie.
I
So it's,
owe you my life, I suppose.
Marjorie, yeah. You don't owe me anything. I don't know you. You've made an interesting impression. But
That's a good thing.
no. A heated dog wrapped in pastry picked up from the floor. No one deserves to die like that.
I appreciate that.
On the other hand, a woman is dead, Marjorie, and all you've thought about since you learned is yourself and what you want.
Well, death's not the worst. There's things worse than death.
Indeed.
Can you imagine having someone you shared a womb with and then never let go your entire life?
And you're still doing it. This is what's kept you blind to Pierre, to how extremely gay he is. Whom I remind you, you tried to carry off unconscious to a bedroom.
Rosa did the same thing.
Rosa has not been making fawning eyes at him all evening. Rosa knows that he is not. Rosa knows that you are barking up the wrong tree. I'll look around for
Up
George.
the stairs. Like coming from down the stairs, but like you're looking up at it. Trees don't bark.
Thank you, George. I understand that there's a lot. Ooh.
Stand by, technical difficulties.
I,
No, we're good.
I understand that you feel you are protecting Pierre. But what I see here is... What I see in you, Marjorie, is a woman who's setting herself up for sadness, for pain, and I don't understand why. I think somewhere beneath all that self-loathing, there must be something, hopes and dreams. Pull yourself together, woman. Go get a therapist, get a hobby, and maybe get out of this town. There have been 3 murders in the last 2 weeks, and frankly, nobody seems to be responding correctly to that. Everybody's just find yourself a town where everyone's first reaction to someone being killed isn't, how is this going to affect me and my business? And she will pat Marjorie on the shoulder and walk away towards the alley.
Meddling move, please.
Yeah.
With advantage. Because you just saved her life, and somehow I think the black eye is helping you make your point right now.
Okay. What am I rolling?
So it would be 3d6, take the highest
what's
2, add
that?
presence.
Oh, presence, great.
Yeah.
It's not great. That's a 7. That's a 7.
So
Hmm.
when you turn to go, Marjorie reaches out and grabs like your arm here and says, "You're not wrong about the fact that this town is particularly strange. And you may have to be very careful whose side you're on, if that doesn't sound too much." She reaches into that handbag where she had, that news story, and pulls out some crumpled paper. And as she hands it to you, even before you unravel it, you see very strange symbols written inside.
Oh?
I found this in Pauline's trash. You still think she didn't bring this upon herself?
I think that we all, let me say this. Brindlewood is a town that attracts a certain type of person. For those who did not grow up here, well, those who grew up here, that's a whole different thing. For those who didn't, it's a town, let's say strangeness of this town is not a well-kept secret. I would say that we all have things in our pasts that, with the right perspective, someone might look at and say that we deserve those kinds of fates. I don't think that being strangled in an alleyway and left there is a fate that anyone deserves. Just like choking to death on a blanketed pig.
I suppose. But it's not always about deserves, is it? Sometimes it's a natural consequence of how one is living their life.
No.
Speaking
No,
of
it is a
consequences,
choice made by someone.
as you're engaged in this ethical, moral, delusional conversation, depending on your perception, Marjorie, you hear what may be a familiar voice. The medical examiner rode along with the ambulance. So he's in the alleyway examining the body.
A lot of people in the alleyway.
Yeah. Is it Stern or Stein? I forget. Stern. I can't read my own handwriting in the notebook. Dr. Stern is taking control of the scene as best you can figure from where you are, Nellie, starting to cordon things off, but comes down the hallway into the space, cell phone in one ear, with someone barking orders at him, and he looks at you and Marjorie and goes, "We've got to close this whole place down. I called time of death. This is a crime scene. We're going to need everyone to leave. Whatever this auction nonsense is, they can handle later."
Do we hear that upstairs?
Folks closest to the stairs may hear it. He will kind of not wait for a response and continue through, so he'll make it your way.
Are Hazim and Nigel already going down the stairs?
They're still up there with you trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So he would kind of stumble upon all of you probably. He's not super worried about that though. I mean, very much, I keep doing this, and I know that the children do this, and they're not all wrong, but this is a phone for old people. So I feel like he would be doing, you know. But anyways, holding the cell up to his ear. Rosa, you might recognize that it sounds like Sheriff Dalrymple is on the line. Be like, Rosa, you're caught up in all of this again? That was just last week.
I was just going to a charity, the silent auction.
And you're very charitable.
I try. Is that the sheriff? May I talk to him?
I'm 99% sure he would just hand you the phone, and I don't know why, so I'm not even going to roll for it. Hands you the phone.
Sheriff, I think you should come down here.
If you want to. So he goes, wait,
Oh, it was just
Rosa? Is that,
Okay, it was you getting up. I really thought you had just hung the phone up on him.
is,
You should come
yeah,
down
are you
here.
still talking to him?
Oh, yeah.
Rosa, is that you? Where's the doctor? Are you at another crime scene?
The doctor's right here. I was not present for the crime. I was, however, at the venue, yes. It is complicated. You should come down here. And
I'm on my way. I was out of town.
you need to stop the doctor from asking people to leave because everybody here is a suspect.
Well, he's recording all that information. I'll be there in about 5 minutes. Just kind of locking down the perimeter. We know everybody that was there, but we can't have them tampering with the evidence.
Very well. I will ensure that no one tampers with the evidence. Thank you.
That's
And she hands it back to Morg.
the doctor is like, are you?
And then she goes over to Hazim and Nigel. Says, all right, gentlemen, come on. Let's go downstairs.
Why do I feel like there's no roll required? I'm pretty sure at this point, with everything happening, Nigel still has the knife/auction item. Hazim
Oh, I'm
would
going
be
to pull it
headed
out of his
that
hand and
way.
be like, oh, well, this belongs on one of the tables downstairs. Yes, let's go.
And then Pierre is, asleep in the room, but kind of stable there. The doctor will open the door and kind of peek in there and report back to the sheriff, like, yep, yeah, the brother's still here. And he's taking his time coming down.
So if I have the knife and I'm kind of herding them all down, no, I'm not going to hook them. I'm going to hide the knife in my purse, and I'm going to go into the kitchen, and I'm going to wipe down the knife, because I don't want fingerprints on it.
Okay, the kitchen is upstairs. So you get them started and then you...
Well, what was Nigel using to...
Oh, you're right. There is a kitchenette downstairs. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Now keep in mind, you're saying the stakes, the initial stakes, and then I ramp them up.
Yes.
I feel like this is kind of risky when there's an authority figure here trying to get...
Can I?
Yeah.
Because I had a similar thought as you were coming down the stairs. I was going to make Nigel do it, but I feel like I would kind of clock Rosa being, waving the knife around. The knife is gone, and I'll look and say, Rosa, Marjorie has... Oh, no, wrong accent. Marjorie has just had a moment. If you're heading that way, would you mind making? We're going to be here for a while. Would you mind putting a kettle on, making some tea?
Oh, of course. Yes.
Thank you.
And yeah, so I will just hold the knife and just go into the kitchen.
So the sheriff will be here. He said he was about 5 minutes away, and he's pretty serious about locking down the scene.
I mean, were there EMTs that came with the coroner?
If you look down there, yes, but they're kind of already. He's a doctor who's both the small town doc and effectively working as the medical examiner. The EMTs that you would have normally suspected to be in the ambulance do seem to be loading her up in the alleyway.
So Babs would also want to. I'm still upstairs with George. I'm still going for that blanket. So I've still got so many questions. I still want to go grab a blanket from her room, but also just take a look at her room.
I feel like in the chaos, you would have had a moment here.
There's no way Babs is listening to that guy.
Like, I feel like,
No, Babs literally is just like, everything's going off, so I just walk off of myself. Maybe take George with me, all dependent. He doesn't seem to be caring
yeah.
about much of it either.
Well, and he doesn't seem quite as connected to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, feels like he's kind of bonded with Babs. When you open the door to Pauline's room, the lights are off, but if you flip the switch, just kind of automatically that's there. There is a lamp, kind of just like a reading light by the bed, and it's still fairly poorly lit. There's stacks of books and boxes that you have to be really careful as you're moving through, and the furniture is much more simple and utilitarian, so it's quite different from Pierre's room. As you're looking around, I love this paint the scene question. How do you know that Pauline's thoughts have been filled with darkness?
So did you say there were boxes everywhere?
Yeah, there's boxes and books and
Great, thank you.
yeah.
I think just looking around the room is put together, but not put together all at the same time. All the photos are turned around in their own aspects. There is a mirror in her room, but it's covered. It's just a blanket hanging over it, so it doesn't seem too suspicious. But in retrospect, dimly lit, shades are shut, no outside light. So that kind of mood of nothing looking. All the if there's like these little figurines around the room, but they're all turned, so it's like nothing looking into the room.
Interesting.
Dark.
So you're looking around for a blanket. I assume you're looking for other things too?
Yeah, well, the whole I got a knife scene got me curious if someone else brought something up from the
Sobered
auction
you
there.
up a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you give me the meddling move with reason?
Swear if I get one.
No, I'm the heat sink. No, that's also bad. Never mind.
I still got 7.
I'm a curse.
Okay, 7.
you
You
have plus
do
Still
get,
3.
Damn.
you do get something, but it is complicated. So you mentioned that the pictures are kind of turned away. I'm trying to decide if I want to give this to you vague Brindlewood Bay style, that then you can editorialize it when you theorize. I think I'm going that way with it. As you kind of reach for a blanket, at least like to make sure that the reason you said you were coming matches kind of how you're behaving, you knock over one of the picture frames, and when you reach down to pick it up, it's a photo onto which someone has collaged their own face. And I feel like I could come up with this, but I'm much more excited for the Mavens to have the freedom to...
Photo face collage.
So it's a photo, but
Like
somebody has
has
put their own
stuck their own
face
face onto the
onto
person
one of
in
the
the photo.
figures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you needing me to?
Well, we
Oh,
can leave
sorry.
it. We can leave it vague like this, and then when you get to the theorize move, y'all could explain what it is if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes I try to like go ahead and fill in the specifics, and other times it's more fun to let y'all be creative. However, unfortunately, the complication from this is that the sheriff was even closer than he realized, and he is going to be trying to usher everyone out after he's taken names and scheduled interviews for them the next morning. So I think this is a good spot for us to take a 5-minute break.
Oh, but one last thing.
Okay.
On my way out, I say, "Oh, Sheriff, I found this. It's one of the auction items," and I hand him the knife.
You hand the knife to the sheriff.
Yes.
And I hate to hold this over, but can I add one other thing? But I don't want to like pull off of someone else's mirror story from earlier. But the blanket I grab is the blanket that's covering the mirror. And as I pull it off, I just get a glance of an eye, and then it goes away.
Of an eye?
Yeah.
Awesome. And we'll be back in 5 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Let's see how you do. I'm really excited. There was some whispering over the break, so I'm really excited to see how it plays out. However, you have effectively, the sheriff's entered the scene and is starting to rush you out the door, is giving you little slips with appointments to check in the morning. Yeah, when you're ushered out, where do you go? What do you do? It's getting pretty late.
That'll be a good time to do a cozy activity with bumper sticker matchmaking in the parking lot.
Yes. Well, and I think, maybe Rosa...
I need you to explain this activity
what is
to
that?
me.
You have to match a bumper
I'm so
sticker on one
sorry.
car with the other car. It's a game.
So you have to have two bumper stickers that match?
Yeah. No, not match. You just have to be able to put them together.
Like you
To
have
make a story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the
It's
magnets
very
you put on
like-
fridges.
Everybody
This.
acting like this is just a thing.
No, we're trying to logic it out as we hear it.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Oh, I just said yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
basically the theorized move, but for bumper stickers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying it. And I have no idea.
Yeah.
You do need
Bab
to
does.
have a friend with you who does that. So who would be doing that with?
Does it have to be just one friend?
Yeah, can I
Yeah.
take
I
both
think
friends?
that's how it's written.
Okay.
Although you can do multiple, like we can do multiple cozy moves. Because it's also supposed to give you a chance to like build your friendships inside the
It
group.
doesn't. It is late, but I'm not terrible. I mean, I'm kind of. Why don't we?
You're kind of what?
Like wired. Like.
I was thinking,
Just do what's
Why
happening.
don't we walk back to my house? We're just down the road from you, Rosa, and I'll make some tea, and we'll let the adrenaline go for a moment, and why don't we take a route through the parking lot and see what bumper stickers we can spot on the way.
all right.
See.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Do you need a hand?
Yes, please.
You can lean on
I
me
think
for
she
that,
maybe let's say she put down the crutches kind of at the beginning of the evening and was going to try and make it around, but she's picked them back up like on her way out. To explain away the thing that I should have been thinking about the whole time. It's fine.
So yeah, what do y'all spot on the way home with your bumper stickers?
I'm going to let those two do it.
There's got to be something with my child's an honor student. And then another one that just says, my child's a St. Bernard.
So the St. Bernard is now an honor
Yeah,
student by
so
association.
now you got an honor student at St. Bernard.
Incredible.
I mean, like a weird Air Bud spin-off would not be the weirdest thing to happen in this town.
Look, there's no rule that a St. Bernard can't be an honor student.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know how much time you've spent together. Nellie, what are you like learning to appreciate about Babs by like engaging in this hobby together?
I mean, this and really everything else, like Babs is, if Brindlewood Bay is a kind of surging sea of chaos and absurdity, Babs is a solid rock in the middle of it. Like, if there was one person who could ride out all of this, even up to and including the bewildering eldritch nightmare that seems to be approaching, it is going to be Babs. And the thing that I've learned tonight is I'm not even convinced she'll notice. And it is an absolute, like there's not a person, I think, among our group that will be more resilient and reliable in the face of whatever that is.
I think you're completely right.
It's just Babs in a credit scene, just sipping on a glass, sitting on top of all the chaos.
Yeah,
Oh my
just
God,
like
I'm late to my-
Cthulhu's in the background, like tentacles waving.
Oh my God, I'm late to my appointment at the bank.
Oh my gosh.
Looks up for just a moment, like she's realized something. She's like,
So, and you're
that
all,
guy used to be a redhead?
Roll credits.
Y'all are all going to Nellie's house?
Yeah.
Is that what's
Yeah.
happening? I think this does soothe your paranoia a bit. So you can kind of let go of that condition, Babs, especially because you're feeling understood and not alone in your observations.
And very crucially, like many people of a certain age, all of my technology is in one room of the home, which is not the room we're going into.
Great.
And Nellie, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I could imagine this being, sometimes you've got something on your mind and you're focused on it. And maybe slowing down and taking this time with Babs to kind of appreciate where you are in this friendship and to maybe chuckle a little bit about how you got your black eye means you actually did remember to put an ice pack on it or some peas or something so that in the morning that will be much, much better.
Excellent.
From this walk home, how might you engage? Are you wanting to engage in some gardening?
Well, I'm thinking like actually maybe when we get to Nellie's house, Rosa is just gonna like wordlessly just start taking care of all of Nellie's houseplants.
Yeah, what does your cozy little place look like?
It's Nellie spends a lot of time in her youth moving around. Didn't really have. This is the first time she's kind of been in a single place for an extended, like many years. So has tried to make this like a place that you really want to spend time in. All of the oddities of her kind of the things she collects are there on shelves or in there's sort of a lot of higher up shelves with bits and bobs and kind of glass case display things. But there are also clearly the rooms that she spends time in. The sitting room with sort of overstuffed couches, just bookshelves packed to the brim. Like you can see that there's like a dining room that never gets used, but is mostly being used as a kind of display room for all her bits and bobs. But warm colors, sort of warm autumn colors, I think, and it's full of sort of vine style, kind of like philodendron houseplants, and a peace lily that she's bought the week she moved in, and has been kind of taken care of ever since. Is like right in the middle of the coffee table in the living room.
So yeah, what's this like?
I think like
And is this something you're engaging in like with Nellie then?
I'm actually going to be going to make tea, so you want to do it with Babs?
yeah, I think.
Deal with your black eye a little bit.
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if Babs would want to, because part of what I think Rosa is doing is like, I get the sense that Rosa just does this like wherever she goes. Like she's just going to take care of people's plants.
What if you do need someone? What if she's just describing out loud what she's doing, and Babs is kind of there, but isn't the thing that matters is that she's talking to someone, even if they don't.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that.
You're telling me what you're doing and what I should do for the plants I inevitably kill all the time.
Yeah, yeah, I can see.
You know they're supposed to be green.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, because Rosa used to be a teacher, so I'll say she just goes into teacher mode and is just like, okay, well, when you put the water in here, you have to make sure that you don't drown the roots, and then you have to make sure that you get the plant food from the store, but it has to be this kind because otherwise it might turn the flowers a different color if you make the soil too acidic, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, what is this like for Babs? Like, are you seeing your friend in a new light? Is this confirming confirming how you saw her, or?
I think it's interesting for her to see like that kind of passion towards something that seems mundane and invisible to Babs, but at the same time very confusing as well. But appreciative of like someone can have that much of a passion into something like that.
Staring at all these containers with stuff in them, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, what improves?
There's nothing in the containers, it's just containers.
There's only one plant
staring
in
at my
there.
containers with stuff.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah.
So, is Rosa less frustrated? Does she finally sit still and ice her ankle while doing this lecturing? Like,
Yeah, I think probably, well, I forget why she was frustrated
Was this with her?
No, that was seething.
Seething,
And
yeah.
that one's not going to go away easily. So, I'm going to say probably frustrated, like she's kind of, this is a soothing activity for her. So, yeah.
So the pinged condition is kind of interesting. I think there's an opportunity here for Babs. If Babs has kind of been awakened to, hey, I should pay more attention to the natural world and maybe take a step back from all of these like conspiracy theory kind of sites you access with your technology, and you decided to unplug for a while with consequences moving forward of like you not having access to your tech, you could clear the pinged condition. But it's going to take some time for those people to abandon their search.
Yeah, I could see that. The passion of plants, that and nature kind of aspect can have her just be like, hey, I need to like turn off my flip phone. There's not a lot.
I know, because it's not a high-tech situation, but it really would be like
just like
surrendering and leaving your flip phone alone for a while is what it's going to take.
Because I've been taking a lot of pictures of some bumper stickers.
And
so
you'll have
gotta
to choose to live in the moment and remember the bumper stickers without the pictures.
Yeah.
So it's a big.
Or just buy more.
Yeah.
If you need to charge your phones, I have chargers, but they live in the kitchen.
Oh,
Nah,
thank you. I always forget to charge mine.
Mine's been dead since yesterday.
What were you taking pictures with?
I just pretend to.
Oh, darling. Here, this should help. She'll hand you a cup of tea with like milk and 9 sugars. I assume. Yeah.
Do you have a flip phone in your cozy little place? I can't remember what we put in there. In
No,
your, like,
the
list.
cozy place, no. The cozy place I have,
That's in the pocket all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everything below in a junk drawer, which is a roll of duct tape, every leash banjo ever had, random birthday candles. I chose numbers 4, 7, 8, and 9. And a cookie tin with bobby pins and needles.
So if you're willing to put your flip phone in one of those containers and leave it there, so write it like a turned off flip phone or a powered down flip phone, you can clear that pinged condition.
It's going to be in the cookie tin.
Make a note, because this is going to come up.
It's going to be
potentially.
in the cookie tin, which is in the junk drawer, by the way.
Yeah, which hopefully will be in a captain's chest, depending on how this goes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We've all got one of those tins.
I guess maybe when we all sit down for tea, maybe
Yeah.
we can start to talk about what just happened this evening. Because that was weird.
That was a lot.
Calmer than the charity poker night. No one got shot.
Well, there you go. Things are getting better.
Yes.
You think?
Though I didn't know you had it in you, Nelly.
Had what?
It's been a while since I saw a true fight.
True fight. She punched me, I went down, and then she choked herself on a pig and blanket.
Marjorie, I did not like that woman. She was very strange.
She needs to work on herself.
That's charitable of you.
You can see Nellie is like fully gritting her teeth when she says that. She's like, but at least she was in the room with us the whole time.
Yes. Yes, she was.
And frankly, it seems to me like if she did this, she would have been gloating about it. Not just excited Polly was dead, but like, haha,
I agree.
look what I've done.
Well, and she also gave us she gave us that paper with those symbols on it.
Yes.
She
certainly wanted Pauline dead.
Yes.
She seemed very interested in the twins' life as well.
Yep.
Yes. Alarmingly so.
Well, she is a creeper, that's for sure.
Yes.
But then, yeah, it's Brindlewood.
It's a matter of opinion.
Oh,
who we
sorry,
did
if you
not
heard
s-
that was my turtle.
We
He
did not
sometimes
see
talks.
the end.
Where is is it a turtle or a tortoise?
It's a tortoise, sorry. Meant my
Where
tortoise.
is your tortoise?
Exactly.
Sorry, who's asking me this?
Me, the keeper. Is your tortoise?
That's a great question.
Okay. Is it weird for me to ask if you can let me know when you would see your tortoise?
They would never see the tortoise. That's
Yes.
sort of the point.
Yeah. Just let me know if at any point you see your
Oh,
tortoise.
yes, of course, of
Okay,
course.
thank
of
you.
course.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I'm sure it's not important.
Pauline was strangled. She had wounds trying to defend herself. So someone strangled her.
Which means she saw the person coming.
Mm-hmm.
If she was caught by surprise, we likely wouldn't see. She wouldn't have had time to have defensive wounds
Well,
or something.
but no, but
Or she was caught like
she
from
could-
behind. I mean.
Yeah, well, but also she didn't cry out. We didn't hear a scream or anything.
No. So she maybe
Maybe she knew the person.
knew the person.
Hmm.
And we're sure it wasn't the sheriff.
The sheriff was not present.
Suspiciously so, I'd say. No, I just really want him gone.
The sheriff is many things, and top of the list among those is incompetent.
Yes, I know.
What the hell did the sheriff ever do to y'all?
He's a sheriff.
I love how you don't like anybody. This is great. I'm enjoying it.
So
I like them.
Aw, friendship.
I mean, the most suspicious person here tonight was Lily.
Yes. But unknown to Pauline.
Unknown to, maybe.
Maybe.
She may have approached Pauline. I can't remember if she said she'd approached them to discuss the Elder Ring. But
Just because that was a week ago. The closest you got was that Pierre swore that she seemed familiar.
Yes.
But it's also Pierre.
So the napkin with the phone number, what did it say?
Yeah, that said, I can help you, and then had a telephone number on it.
What if the area code is the one for Mucky Point, where her family is?
I would try to call it, but I put my phone down.
my gut says it might. I think it's connected to the. I mean, I'm looking at Hazim and Nigel. But particularly, just because we have the business card of the rival antique dealer, we have a lot of, and then here's sort of above table, a lot of things.
Well, I do want to clarify, it's not that Hazim owes Nigel money, it's that there's an unpaid invoice for a
Pauline
very
had a
large
debt,
sum, and then Hazim claims that he was trying to settle Pauline's affairs quietly.
Okay.
Yes. So it seems like perhaps Pauline.
So it's
owed
an
Nigel
unpaid
money?
invoice for a
Yeah.
very large sum.
There's a lot of questions around Boston in these last two adventures.
Invoice.
Yeah, at least Alma and Hazim are are like currently living in Boston.
Yeah.
All right.
Alma's too boring to have done it.
But is that the perfect cover?
No.
Okay, sure.
I mean, so this is me as a player thinking that it's not a satisfying answer.
Okay, so, well, if it is Hazim, he and Nigel were...
Okay, I want to say this. Hazim is the only person that reacted, besides Hazim and Lee are the only people that reacted like normally to Pauline being killed, which in this town is suspicious.
Fair. But, yeah. How good of an actor is Hazim? Maybe very good. We don't know what it is he does.
We don't know
Nobody
anything about-
bothered to ask
We
him.
don't know what he does.
Nobody wanted that
But
information.
he seems rich, and that makes me distrust him.
That information 100% existed, but no one was interested in it.
Listen. We're interested in
I
what we're
gave
interested
so
in.
many clues. I tried.
Okay, so we have the unpaid invoice that was maybe attempting to cover Pauline's debts.
Atlas, do you want to tell chat? Because it would just be funny if chat knows something they don't.
About the thing you showed me?
No, this. What Hazim does for a living.
I'm pretty sure he's a sushi chef.
Surely, oh, you have a computer. Yes, we could just go look him up. We can use Google.
Yes, I could do that.
Okay.
Feel
I'll stay
paranoid.
here.
No, yes, I'll go Google Hazim.
Yes.
Okay, give me the meddling move with reason.
Okay.
roll for Google.
I mean, basically. Can you outsmart the AI-driven search engine that won't give you what you want?
Yes, by swearing a lot.
Mm.
I wish there was a Maven move that was like Arthur Fonzarelli, and it's you can just smack a piece of technology to get bonus points on it.
Oh, that would be so good.
We might have to write that one.
That is a 9.
Okay. Ooh, okay, so you're gonna have a complication. I'm rolling dice.
Oh, actually. You know what?
I can tell you what happened and then you can
Yeah, tell me
do
what
something
happened,
if you
because I have an
want.
idea.
Okay, I will give you the broad stroke.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be taken off the board, off of your suspect's board.
Okay.
Do you want more detail?
I mean, the negative obvious is that because they're about to get killed. You know what? I'm gonna. Wait, what's the? Like, do I have to commit to this action if I want more detail? Is that the?
If you're gonna put on a crown, I can narrate the whole thing, and then you can.
I am gonna put on a crown.
Well, I mean, I can narrate it, then you can decide if you want to.
Okay. Yes, please.
The first thing is that you figure out pretty quickly that Hazim is a fashion designer who's been slowly moving up in the world and now has his own like small independent house. He recently left like working for a bigger name to try to, make his own way in the world. On the site, there's definitely like a picture of him that's very staged with some like models he's putting finishing touches on for the runway, and there's a scarf being tied around the model's neck that you've seen that scarf before. Pauline had it at the casino night.
I was not there.
Yeah, well, okay, if you share.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought y'all were
I'll-
looking
yeah.
up together. You will have seen
I'll,
it.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
print the picture off.
So he's
Yep.
a fashion designer based in Boston.
Have a Canon inkjet.
I'm trying to think of how mean I want to be here, because then I feel like you're gonna want to put on the crown. So I'm trying to think of if there's like.
I mean, I already want to put on the crown, so be as mean as you want.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do one more. Yeah, I mean, Marjorie is going to be outside, like, lurking around the house, even after the crime scene's been shut down.
Sorry.
Not your house. I'm
okay.
sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Dear.
Apologies. At the antiques, but I meant
yeah,
house
yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
about to talk about how she's trying to climb up the trellis to where Pierre's bedroom is, and she slips and falls and breaks her neck.
Let her, Jesus.
You know, I really wanted to put on that crown because I had a great idea, but I'm actually just going to let this play.
So you just get this strong premonition that something's easier. No, what happens is, because none of this stuff has to be like exact moment, right? As you are dealing with the printer, there is a call that comes through on Rosa's phone from the sheriff.
Why does he have my number?
Oh, he recognized your voice instantly. I am sure that you have communicated before.
Probably.
But he goes, Rosa, where are you? Did you get home safely?
I'm with Nellie, yes.
Oh, what about the other one?
You mean Babs?
Babs, that's right.
The other one?
The
Babs is here?
the other one of y'all, you travel in packs, usually 3 at a
Yes,
time.
her name is Babs, and she is with us. We're all fine.
Yeah, I have a hankering for frankincense and myrrh, and don't worry about it. I'm just a good old boy.
I
Ooh.
hope that the investigation is going well.
He definitely did it.
Well, there's been another death, unfortunately.
What? Who is it this time?
I don't know how much you mingled with the guests. But there was this woman, Marjorie.
Ah.
It seems she was trying to enter the building from the second floor, the residential floor. Made it most of the way up, but then slipped on the trellis, lost her grip, fell. It was quick,
Marjorie's
according to the
dead.
doctor.
How?
She fell. As she was trying to climb into Pierre's window.
Well, that tracks.
She was barking up a tree.
Trees don't bark.
Well, it's lovely to hear from you, Sheriff. Good night.
I will need. Yep.
No one in this town cares about murders.
So, this does mean, however,
Uh,
you might have pinned this on the wrong woman. Or do you still think it was her?
I never thought it was her. I just thought she sucked.
I think Rosa is making a habit of negging the sheriff.
No, I think
That's
this is right.
certainly not going to come back to bite you.
Again, so Rosa, do you think there's any way we could pin this on the sheriff?
He got there late, and he has an alibi. The coroner was talking to him.
On the phone. Fine, we'll try next time.
But you can leave and come back.
Well,
Again, I think the point about him being incompetent.
he doesn't have motive. We need motive for
3
this.
months from now, when we get to the end of the adventure, Babs realizes that she's seen that bumper sticker before. It was the sheriff the whole time. Sorry.
There's a newspaper article that says Sheriff's St. Bernard
Was an honor
Was an
student.
honor-
graduates college.
Magna cum laude.
Okay. Ooh, okay, so you had an idea that you shared about the photo.
Yes.
Justin suggested that the photo was the face that was pasted on one Hazim's, but the body it was pasted onto was an underwear model.
I really thought it was going to be like a picture she took with her brother, but she didn't have a picture of her and Hazim. No.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope.
She was just fawning over Hazim.
I have a question I shouldn't ask.
Please do.
Did she try to match the complexion?
I feel like no.
No, I feel like this is a like maybe even the stock photo that came with the frame.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's what I'm.
Oh, and you realize this as soon as you see the printout, because it's that picture. But,
like his face, yeah.
yeah, like it's just the picture on the website that she'd like printed out. Yeah. He's even like
It's like
looking at a weird angle. Yeah.
It's like one of those Sears catalog cutouts.
Exactly.
If that doesn't age me a little bit.
I was gonna say.
No,
I mean, I knew the reference.
So like we know Hazim didn't do it because he was also in the room with us the whole time, but he has means. Him and Nigel, for some reason, have a prior relationship. He took it upon himself, for some reason, to try to settle Pauline's debts, which is weird as heck.
Was Pauline?
What if? What if Pauline, thinking about the rival antique dealer in Boston, the napkin with the phone number, what if Pauline was what had been planning to leave Brindlewood, like run away with Hazim, but changed her mind? Because that was a room that did not look lived in. That was not a person who likes to be in their room.
Right.
There were boxes, there was whatever, somebody who feels like they're cutting ties with somewhere, but saving up cash, yeah, sure, but I mean maybe this was him. I mean, Pauline worried about him finding out.
Yeah.
Like that she's not going with him.
See, I was going to say too, the wad of cash may be that she had already paid Nigel off, and that's where Nigel,
To do what?
the invoice.
Oh.
She had already paid the invoice off to Nigel personally, but Nigel just put the money there to hide the money so Hazim would pay him as well.
And that, what does that connect to is that connected to the rest of it or not?
It would be connected, say, to
Like
the
to the-
unpaid
the-
invoice in Hazim.
But it's not
But-
part of the murder. Well, it doesn't have to be in the.
But
game,
if you
like-
murder her, then she can't necessarily say that the debt's been paid.
I guess.
So is Hazim just trying to get more money
usually-
for his venture capital funds?
Usually you murder people you owe money to. That's the easy
So-
way. right there.
The thing that,
Usually.
now whether you buy it or not, the thing that George was communicating to you was that this could be tied towards the big end of all things parties and that sort of thing, but he, was not a super
But that was,
reliable
like,
witness.
Is it? Are we?
It would have been in like 2011, 2012.
Yeah, so like 15 years ago.
But I think what Babs would know about George is that a lot of times he's saying one thing. There's a reason he's saying that thing, even if it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right?
When did their parents die? Did we catch that from the article?
I'm going to leave that up to y'all. When did they die?
2012.
12.
I don't know how to. I mean, so the crumpled paper again might also. What if it math is not Nellie's strong suit? What if it weren't occult symbols, but was like accounting? What if this was just really complicated math that made Nellie's head spin?
Okay.
That could again do it like part of this sort of preparing to step away from the business. Whether or not she found. I mean, again, I'm vamping on this.
I mean, there seems to have been some suspicion that Pierre was incapable of handling the business side of this.
Right.
I mean, I
hiring
think we
the
all share
assistant.
that suspicion.
Yeah, so like even if it's just the books are kept with these weird looking symbols so he doesn't have any hope of interfering and messing it up.
Okay.
I don't know where that leads, y'all, but
Well, I mean, I think, so something's happening with Pauline and maybe leaving Brindlewood Bay. Let's see. But then why, it's 2012.
I mean, to me, the thing if we're going to take something from Georgia's thing, it's not about the 2012. It's that Pauline has a bunch of personal debts.
Right.
That could also explain the wad of cash.
Yep. Well, clearly, or well, at least in the way that we're thinking about it, she owed money, write this down, she owed money to, I need a third color. She owed money to Nigel. And Hazim was trying to cover it.
Yeah.
And Nigel was, well, no, we decided that was an auction item, but he's nevertheless, was he just showing him the auction item? Oh, right, because he wanted to give it to him to...
He wanted Hazim to let him take it to clear the debt.
Yes. Ha!
A $25 debt.
Okay.
Is it possible? Okay. What if Pauline's not trying to keep the business from Pierre, but is trying to, but something else? And what if the debts aren't hers, but she's like dealing with leftover nonsense from their parents?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because the other thing we know about Boston so far in the world of Brindlewood Bay is KG mob activity.
Yep. Rosa can confirm.
Alma works in quote unquote sales.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds real. Which could connect us to the twins' parents' death article, the napkin with the phone number. What if Hazim was actually also trying to help Pauline? What if Alma is the source of all this? And she's with the mob.
Well, and she would have motive if somehow... So really, this is turning into the mob is trying to get its tendrils into Brindlewood Bay. But, so Alma was also upset that her grandfather left everything in the Whaling Museum.
Yes.
So maybe she's trying to figure out a way that she, can funnel money from whatever happens from the silent auction, or that maybe she cut a deal with Pauline. and she wants to get rid of the evidence.
Maybe, but Pauline is a real stickler,
True.
and that might be motive to get rid of her. Maybe that wad of cash in a tea tin was an attempted bribe.
And it didn't work.
Maybe Hazim was trying to help her.
Well, and that would explain why he actually reacted poorly to her dying.
Yeah.
So,
Can I go a very roundabout
Yeah,
way?
yeah.
What if, and this is me throwing accusations at somebody, what if Nigel used a silken robe to strangle Pauline?
The blood was dried.
Yeah.
And yeah, too soon.
What if Pierre is just into some really freaky shit?
See, that's been my assumption the whole time. Is that
Agreed,
that is a
same.
red herring. And
Yeah.
Pierre's just doesn't understand how to do the things he likes doing safely.
Yep.
Because if there's one thing we know about Pierre is that he does not think things through.
Correct.
Well, I was thinking too that maybe Marjorie wasn't trying to necessarily get Pierre to his bedroom, but trying to get to the bedroom to grab evidence of something she did.
Oh, no. Trees don't
tree
bark.
don't
Yeah,
bark.
no. Canonically, Pierre is gay. Happy Pride. I don't know what these colors mean anymore. It's fine. It doesn't
It's
matter.
fine. It's fine. The weirder this gets, the better it feels.
Okay.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we try to see if there are any clues here that we are not going to try to incorporate? And to me, I think that wooden frame and the elder moth thing is, I think it would be difficult to try to incorporate that unless somebody else stole it to try to clear it. But it's just like it's got all the auction items were garbage. Sorry, all the auction items were garbage. They were broken down junk with no provenance, no way of valuing them. I think the wooden frame theft was a crime of opportunity.
Maybe Lily took
I
it.
was gonna say.
I
I'm
think
pretty sure
Lily
Lily
took the
it.
frame. I don't know about the moth, but I have a sneaking suspicion that she might have eaten it.
George may have it.
He might have eaten it as well.
Yeah.
In my heart, I feel like somebody ate that moth. I don't know why.
That is very strange, but I cannot.
Moths don't bark.
Sometimes they do.
Anyway. So.
But I think that's, yeah.
Okay, so we're not going to deal with the wooden frame. Yeah.
Silken rope,
Pierre-
I think we can.
Yeah, freaky shit.
Chris's 2026 is Pride. It ain't that
So
pretty.
is yellow not related?
Yellow is just additional color we needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't try to logic your way through the system.
No.
That's y'all are in the driver's seat.
What's yellow? Yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yellow is yellow.
I'm just the accountant.
How's chat feeling? Sorry, guys.
Chat have theories?
Okay, so we think Alma did it.
I had like 6 people, I thought, and I didn't think y'all were gonna put it on Alma. This is awesome.
I mean, I walked
I'm here
into
for
tonight's session wanting to try to figure out how Pauline strangled herself. That was my dream, but I don't think I can do it.
No.
I don't know.
That's anyway.
Or, I mean, nobody checked her pulse. They just assumed she was dead.
Well, the ambulance came to
That's
the
the
corner.
problem. Yes, but by the time we started this morning,
So Alma is with the mob, and
Okay.
what if she's not? What if she made connections in the city through her sales job?
Sure.
That she turned to after because she said they were in a probate for months.
Right.
Over her
Yeah.
grandfather's estate,
Yeah,
right?
mhm.
So what if she's turning to
George's
extra
friends.
legal resources? George's friends are all 80 now or dead. And then don't you start trying to point your finger at George. He's been through it enough.
Yeah.
George is
No,
like,
George had nothing to do about it. I said George is free.
George is
Innocent as the
George
driven
is
snow.
good. Yeah.
But
Okay.
yes, like what if she turned to connections or contacts she made? People
Okay.
she met in the city. You know, maybe the people Rosa's granddaughter's running with.
We don't talk about that.
That was not in character. I would never.
what if we're thinking George and Pierre innocents.
Yes.
Yes.
Should we put them over here in the innocent pile?
Yeah.
Or do you want them
No,
structured really last
put them there. Put
And-
the cop and the.
And Marjorie technically isn't necessarily innocent, just currently dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't like the fact you said currently.
Currently.
Well, I mean, you're still figuring it out. That's what
Oh.
I'm saying. Have you put her in the innocent pile, or is she in the maybe?
If she did it, but then
She
is
was
she
with
that
us
obsessed with Pierre
every-
that she would commit a crime and
She
try
was
and sneak
in
back
the
in?
room with us the whole time.
Yeah, okay, so she didn't
She
do it.
did not go back. She was wherever Pierre was the whole time. Move
True.
the coroner over there too.
Unless Pierre and Marjorie did.
They didn't leave the room. The auction.
There's no good
You
reason
really
to do
want
this.
to. You really just want us to Orient Express every one of these things. Huh?
I don't know. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I feel like at least seems like they would be innocent, but was the first
We know the
person-
least about Lee.
Yeah,
We know the least
and was
about
the first
Lee.
person to find, if
Yeah.
I'm correct. So
Yeah.
Awfully convenient.
yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Let's
And
not
actually-
draw this out any more than we have to.
Oh my god.
We're just gonna
And just-
executive decision that.
Yep.
I feel like Lily had other alternate.
It seems like Lily interacted with Pierre rather than Pauline previously, and this doesn't seem like this does not seem like a way to
Well, unless Pauline had been directly working with
which is why Pierre
Lily.
was like, oh, she only sees
Exactly,
Lily.
yeah.
But this doesn't seem like the easiest, simplest, or most efficient way to get the moth thing. Like,
Yeah.
But I don't know. The captain knew.
I'll be
apparently.
honest, Nigel did seem pretty quick to change his business after this.
I mean, again, like his first thing he did was slowly walk to the middle of the room, slam his tray on the floor, and say, "Who's gonna pay me now?"
So do we think it was Nigel?
No, I just think he's a dick.
Okay, great. So probably not Nigel then.
Is that like
Famously,
in the-
murderers
I mean,
can't be dicks.
But like also no, but like if every one of his businesses has failed because he's bad at planning,
Probably also not good at murdering.
certainly not good at getting away with it. So
Yeah, well, so maybe he is then.
I think he'd be leave more obvious clues,
Okay, fair.
like being in the alley still.
Yeah.
Blood on the hand.
And so we also think it's not Lily.
I'm open to suggestions for that.
Well, I mean, I think Lily was cagey whenever we asked her about anything. I mean, I could see.
One possible route here with Lily could be that if all of these financial things we're looking at, antique dealers, phone numbers, wads of cash, him finding out, etc., could possibly be that Pauline took Lily seriously and had been secretly working to figure out if she could prove the provenance of the moth and its frame to like prove Lily wrong. And that I could see, most of these clues connecting in some way to that.
Yeah.
And then either I don't quite get the last step, right? So either she proved she did not disprove Lily, but wouldn't give the thing up, and
Yeah.
Lily killed her for, or she proved that it wasn't their families and Lily wasn't having it.
Or-
Those could both be motives.
Yeah, killed her to cover up the evidence.
Exactly.
But then, like, she came out into the alley and went through her pockets and didn't find the moth.
Right,
But that could just
because
be
she
a mis-
already
yeah.
had it.
Yeah.
That could be to cover up for the theft of it.
Because the wood, I mean, yeah, it's missing, but remember the initial clue was that the wooden frame was found in a weird place without the moth.
Yeah, in a weird place with no
So you
moth.
could bring this clue back if you want.
Yeah, because again, where better to hide it than in her mouth?
And the napkin with the phone number could have been
We
a
actually don't know
contact
that
that
it-
could disprove
We also
that it
don't know that
didn't
it
own
was
the-
in Pauline's pocket. All we know,
Oh.
like Lily
Is
handed
it,
us
yeah,
that
napkin
and
with
said,
the message, I can help you with the telephone number.
Lily handed us that and said she found it in Pauline's pocket.
Polly's pocket for sure.
And we do have the power to explain it away in that regard, as her trying to pin it
we're
on somebody else.
Yeah.
We could do that route.
Well,
That is possible.
That seems like a rather.
Okay, what if Hazim was really in love with Pauline?
So, I mean, I think both of these two theories we've proposed actually involve Hazim being a good dude who's trying to help her out.
Yeah.
So then which things would be accounted for by that? And then you have like fewer to tie to your other part.
So if
The two people, the him and Nigel conversation, the Pauline's debts, potentially the Pauline's debts accounts for wad of cash, both him finding out if him as Pierre and wad of cash in a tin. So if like that conversation with Nigel really was Hazim just trying to, help Pauline out post-mortem, that could explain those 4 clues.
Actually, the business card for rival Hazim had that, correct?
yeah,
Yeah.
So it could be that it may be a rival, or it could just be also someone that was going to take over all of her assets to help her move on.
oh yeah,
Or a new job for her.
Yeah. Or yeah.
yeah, working in a like a some sort of firm.
In Boston.
Yeah, yeah.
And then even the photo with the face, I guess,
Yep.
is kind of accounted for.
Yeah, but I think
Why
what
they
if
were
cash in a
talking.
What if cash in a tea tin and if it establishes Pauline's debts, that could be, she could have been just collecting money to try to pay those off,
So this way, all of these 5 clues are accounted for through Hazim actually being in love with Pauline.
Or just like,
But
being
then why
a
did
good
she
kid.
die?
We could also include the crumpled paper with the occult symbols here, if we decide they are actually financial symbols, and Nellie just faints whenever she has to do math.
I mean, or it could be a threat.
Sure.
Could that be something related to the Lily
Maybe.
origin of the moth?
Could be.
Well, and the wad of cash in the tea tin, that was to help her. Or no, that was something to do with Alma and the bribe.
No, that was knocked over when Marjorie spit the pagan blanket out.
Right,
We just
right.
found
So
it.
when
We
they were
don't-
working that theory,
Well, no, but
they tied it there.
Yeah.
It could also be her relocating easily or hiding money from the brother. Or
Yeah, or just, whatever those, trying to collect for those debts.
You could use it a lot of ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could be anything.
Okay.
It was in the antique showroom, kind of in their normal display area, so it was like a hidden in plain sight type of thing.
Yeah.
The one part of the business Pierre would never go to.
But then, why did she die?
Oh, that's sometimes people
What
just
if? What if
The captain knows.
the captain knows? I'm
What if the
wondering,
captain's not dead?
What if Pauline also knows what the captain knows? And
That would give Alma motive.
yeah,
Or Lily, depending on what it is the captain knows.
yeah. I think that maybe Pauline knows what the captain knows, and Alma doesn't want that getting out. And that is where the paper, the occult symbols are some representation of whatever the captain knows.
I know what the captain knows
What?
about the parents' death.
Ah, yes. Maybe something about those parties wasn't quite so harmless. Maybe they, I don't know. Not that I really want to lean into the whole like Mayan hoodoo nonsense thing, because that's ridiculous. But
I mean, but what if it wasn't like even about the parties? What if it was just that's the context in which it happened, right? What if there's just something suspicious that we don't necessarily need to explain now
Yeah.
about the deaths that the captain knew or was involved in some way,
Or who was involved?
or he was involved and Pauline found out.
yeah.
What if the napkin with a phone number in that case was like somebody else who knew, like a sort of a I can give you clues, call me. Somebody else involved.
So related to the cause of death of the twins'
Yeah,
parents.
So why did Alma do it then?
To stop her. Well, if her grandfather, then somebody proves that he was involved in a suspicious death, wouldn't his estate? I mean, what if his estate is like would go back into which she just wouldn't get the money, right? What if it gets locked up in another round of legal?
I mean,
years,
all of this is
potentially.
being donated to the Brindlewood Bay Whaling Museum and Educational Center, rather than to her.
What if?
But is it his full estate?
We don't know that, just the auctioned items.
Yeah. Okay.
Though, if the captain was involved, the reputation could
Yeah.
still
What if
be
it is just
tarnished
about
with
her
the family.
family's reputation?
But what if y'all want a proposal?
I mean, you want to
Sure.
bring Lee back into this?
No. What if we tie this to the Elder Wing?
So that the Elder Wing is somehow involved in the twins' parents' death?
I guess.
Because it could be either or both of those two then.
We could then just blame Lily for all of this.
Or, it could just be that,
What if Lily's family killed their parents to try to get the flower back 15 years ago, and they've been trying ever since?
Interesting.
Yeah, what if they both were involved?
And what if it's, but like, what if Pauline discovered, like, both that her parents died under suspicious circumstances and that it's connected to the antique store, and what if she was trying to, like, run? Like, what if that napkin with the phone number was actually a threat? And Hazim was trying to help her get away.
And
Or,
so-
counterpoint, what if she found out that her parents were international art thieves? Or antique thieves? I don't know, man.
okay, I'm going to pitch
stuck at
something
the end
wild.
here.
What if Lily is the one who wrote the napkin with the phone number, knew her handwriting would match so she would look innocent? Something happened with the captain, Alma's family, the Elder Wing that got her killed. Lily was able to come in and fill in the gaps with Pauline, but they needed to pretend to not know each other to catch Alma in it. I don't know. I'm just pitching
No,
shit.
that could work. What we need in that theory then still is that top half of the board to be brought in. So they don't need to be connected to the exact same thing, right? But
Yeah.
we also know that while this was going on.
Well, I mean, if there was something creepy happening and there was a threat
Yeah.
on her, that's enough for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe this is the thing that tipped her off that there was a threat.
Yeah, maybe the.
And this
'Cause, like,
theoretically could be from any of these people too.
Because Lily, we could imagine a world in which Lily doesn't have a problem with Pauline, but has a problem with Alma. For whatever it was that got the Elder Ring from her family into the Heimwinkel's
Yes.
hands.
Oh, so the probate court, maybe Alma was trying to keep the Elder Wing from going up for auction.
Possibly.
Yeah.
And Pauline was trying to appraise it to see how much it was worth, and that's how she found out about Lily.
And maybe that's how she met Hazim. Business card of rival antique dealer, the other way around, could be the person that connected them. Or
but-
he was helping her find other people
Yeah,
who were
well-
not involved in Brindlewood Bay to, like, that could be like, I need an outside
Oh,
vision on
appraisals.
this.
Yeah.
And him, as an old friend who's in love with her, was like, oh, I'm fancy and I'm from the big city.
Yeah.
I know people.
And they find out it's dangerous, so then they want to get her out of town before everything blows up. But
So we're saying Lily did it.
Sure.
Okay.
I think
and
that
she
works.
did it specifically to try
No,
to get
no,
the-
sorry. We're saying Alma
Alma.
did it.
Alma did it.
We're
Oh,
saying
okay.
Alma did it. Right, because the Elder Wing,
maybe
Wait.
to keep the Elder Wing from ending up with
From-
Lily's family.
yeah.
And that's why Lily was also looking for the Elder Wing, because she thought maybe
She discovered.
Pauline still had it, and so she was making sure to keep it away from Alma.
And we're thinking the Heimwinkel family has something to do, and the Heimwinkel family plus the Elder Wing has something to do with how her parents
Yes.
died,
Yes.
and maybe the occult.
Mm-hmm.
I think, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The Elder Wing is clearly also cursed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that.
So the wooden frame then, when
I
we
actually
found the
think the
wooden frame
wooden
by
f-
itself.
I actually think the wooden frame is the evil thing. The moth is just a moth. But they don't know that. But that's a different thing.
Oh.
Are you accounting for this at all?
I mean,
Or is that
I think
evidence that
that's the-
Lily already took, that somebody already took the Elder Wing?
possibly, but I think if we want to tie the Elder Ring in, it might be
It's a cult.
part of either we can tie it to the occult symbols, or it could be related to the thing that led to the parents' death as well. They might have found out that the Heimwinkels stole it from this other family years ago. Maybe they were antique dealers as well and called in to do a kind of appraisal of the Heimwinkels' estate.
So where do we think the Elder Wing is?
Alma ate it.
Alma ate it.
I don't know. That will leave to
Interesting.
What?
So how many of these have we accounted for numerically?
Who says the Elder Ring is dead?
Oh shit. I
Also.
guess we don't know that the moth was actually dead. Elder Ring is still out there somewhere, waiting and watching. Should we?
Why do I want the Elder Wing to just be like in George's pocket?
No, hear me out. The Elder Wing is another aspect of George.
Oh,
Okay,
George is the Elder Wing.
Yeah.
What if that net he's been weaving
Okay,
has
so-
been to catch the Elder Wing?
Here's our theory.
Yeah.
A long time ago, a long time ago in the ancient days of 2011, 2012, Pauline and Pierre's parents died mysteriously,
Yeah.
and it had something to do with the Elder Wing. The Elder Wing used to belong to Lily's family, but had been lost, and it reemerges as part of Alma's grandfather's estate. When Pauline is trying to help Alma with the estate, like get all these things sold, because the Brindlewood Bay Museum doesn't actually want the donations because they're too garbage. So she needs to sell them. Pauline is doing all this research to figure out how much stuff is worth, hits a block, and reaches out to her friend, paramour, whatever's going on, with Hazim, who had reached out to a rival antique dealer in Boston to try to get some leads. That somehow had pinged Lily's family. She reaches out, and we have this napkin with the phone number, I can help, left with them. However, once Alma realizes there's a connection there, she has to stop both being exposed as like her family's dark connection to this death, as well as Lily's family from getting it back.
And potentially proving that it was stolen in the first place.
Yep, so she is
yeah.
the one that kills Pauline. This is our theory?
I think so.
So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wooden frame as well. Did you count that one?
How's the wooden frame fit again?
I
I will give you the 11.
So-
I'm just trying to
so-
remember where it goes.
Two possibilities, but I think the easiest one is that it's in Pauline's setting up of the auction that I don't know, the like public information gets out about the Elder Ring, which is how Lily finds out which is how Lily gets brought into,
Oh, so maybe the
or in doing research on it is how she connects to Lily in the first place.
frame itself.
The frame, well, because the moth itself, like the description of the Elder Ring that we got, gave us vague hints at the history of the frame. So that's at least we know that Pauline and Pierre.
Oh, so maybe
had
she was
some
actually
information
investigating
about
the
that.
frame.
Yeah.
So the question is like maybe the Elder Wing wasn't.
Or like that's what information she had to go on, and maybe that's how she had that in the name of the thing. So
Okay.
she started doing research connected to the history of this family, Lily's family, back in 1879 when the frame is from. I will say we have also explained the silken rope, though it's just not connected to this.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll do, I think 11 then.
Okay.
So 11 minus the complexity, which is 7, is 4. So you'll have a +4 to this roll. Who's rolling the 2d6 to theorize, friends?
Can I break the curse with the Brindlewood dice?
You got the dice. Let's do the roll.
I don't know.
I think here's what I think you should do. I think you should roll in Justin's.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe everyone should roll a different. No, I'm just kidding.
God Almighty.
Wait, we can do this thing.
It's still an 8.
Yeah, but we can if we all agree to put on a crown, we can do it, right?
Well, no. So 7 to 9, you have the correct solution.
Oh, but something goes wrong.
But I'll add an unwelcome complication to the solution or present a complicated or dangerous opportunity to take down the culprit and save the day.
That seems fine to me. Let's hear it out.
We can't crown the.
We can if all three of us agree to do it.
Oh.
And that would just take it up to it's correct, and then you have an opportunity to take down the culprit and save the day
So
automatically.
let's hear what the complication is.
So
Okay.
I do think y'all are theorizing all night. The
Oh, yeah.
sun
Yeah.
is starting to rise by the time it's pieced together. There are bags under your eyes. The
Well.
peas that you held up to your eye are just completely soggy, but at least the wound is healed a little bit. You're feeling bright and energetic when you get a knock at the door.
I'm gonna peek through the window.
It's Lee.
I'm gonna look at Babs, point over to my wall where I have a saber hanging, and then say, you know, several people have died last night, just in case. And then I'll go answer the door.
Albertson's Antiques.
Really?
Really, Lee?
Do you all answer the door
No,
together?
I will open the door and say, really?
I go grab the saber.
Yeah, as per the contract this
Oh.
morning, all the bids were finalized. Oh, are there other?
I didn't bid on anything, Lee.
No, but I have a note for you.
Ah.
I tried Rosa's house, but she wasn't there. Do you know where she might be?
Hola.
Oh, Rosa, and there's a package for you with a little note. Do you make yourself known, Babs?
Oh, yeah, I'm walking up using the saber as like a cane.
Great.
Yeah, two for you. You'll have to kind of figure out how to play this. I just need to pass you that. So it's probably just confirmation that, you know, the results of the auction and that you did not win. Yeah. I can leave them at your homes, but usually we want to sign for them if.
I can carry it, and
Yeah.
she'll sign.
And she'll deliver the items,
Lee?
or they'll deliver the items. Yes, sorry. On behalf of Alma.
Are you okay? I mean, how are you?
This isn't great. You know, when you take a part-time job as a community college student, you don't expect this. You know, I think maybe I should transfer. Alma was telling me about this great college in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess there's like a whole program where they'll accept community college credits.
Great.
She even offered that she's got like a spare room, so I may go stay with her. But I mean, I'm sure I need to give Pierre a couple weeks' notice, but I think he's gonna be closing the place anyway, so at least it'll be quieter. I could help with inventory and books until he can find a replacement.
You say Alma's offered you a place to stay in Boston.
She was just so grateful for all the help with the auction, and that, I mean, she noticed that I was being very professional with this whole thing, and it's been tough, you know. I don't always feel that affirmation.
Hmm.
Above table, I'm not clear what's happening right now. I'm very tired.
It's okay. Lee is at the door, and Lee said that Alma,
Yeah,
our murderer,
right.
has offered them that they could stay with Alma in Boston if and when they transfer there for college. Now, Lee, the other person who may know in cataloging and working in the antique store information that led to the death of Pauline. I do think that there are opportunities for you out there, Lee. You did a wonderful job with the auction.
Oh, there was something weird that Alma said. She asked me if you'd ever brought up the Gardner Museum to me before.
It is lovely. You should check it out.
Gardeners?
I'll do that.
But Alma,
Just raising the stakes on you a little bit.
I wouldn't worry about that. It is lovely, and if you have any friends named Isabella, they get in a free entry for them for life. This is a true fact for everybody, and it's delightful. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. And, yeah. Anyway, I would, if I were you, when in a semester or year would it be right now?
For convenience's sake, it's summer.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of I completed my associates. I was gonna, you know, stay a bit longer, especially with the job, maybe get a few more credits under my belt, but you know, I should just go, right? I get the bachelor. I mean, who ever heard of an associate's in art history getting you anywhere?
Oh, honey. If you're looking towards this kind of work, I think the on-the-job experience would do you good, especially if Pierre intends to close up the store. If you have the space and time to be taking on some of that, let's say, some of the work that he or Pauline might have been doing, managing, appraising, dealing with those antiques, taking charge of it would be remarkable for your CV. I think this could be a really wonderful opportunity for you here that could lead you on to even greater things than Boston.
So this isn't necessarily super, super risky. I still think most appropriate is probably day moves. The sun has risen.
Never rolling dice again.
So what are you afraid will happen if you can't convince them to stay?
Alma will murder them?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, then
I'm
roll
afraid
with
they will
persuasion.
get disappeared. Yeah, with a presence.
Presence, yes, I'm sorry.
9.
Okay. They're going to listen to you, but they are going to share with Alma, who's still packing up things at the shop, that you're the one that persuaded them to stay, which might cause Alma to come looking for you. So you get to choose if you want to continue with that or not.
I'm going to, for multiple reasons, put on a crown.
Okay. Which crown?
A scene in the present day showing a private side of you very few get to see.
Cool. You comfortable doing that at the end of resolving this?
I would love that, yes.
Awesome. So that makes it like this works. Alma just looks at you and says, or not Alma, oh my goodness, that would be bad. Lee looks at you and says, thank you, that's such good advice. You know, I'm going to continue on with these deliveries, but would it be okay if I came by and got advice? I mean, Pauline was kind of my mentor, and it seems like you know a lot about museums and that culture, so maybe I can.
And actually, some of the pieces in my home, I think you would be very interested by.
I'm so busy today, but I'll reach out if that's okay. Thank you so much, and we will continue on their way. You have an appointment with the sheriff to be interviewed about everything that happened in about an hour. It's like staggering appointments by only 15 minutes because he's that convinced that, you know, he can get the job done that quickly. You wanted to know why there's so many murders. You may be figuring it out.
I'm telling you.
Do y'all want to just head to the sheriff's station? Do you want to do something different? The opportunity I'm giving you, and we can do this just narratively, is that right now, Alma doesn't know you're coming. How would you handle this?
Citizens arrest her?
You know what? I'm going to stay silent here. I'll let you two.
I mean, Alma doesn't know we're coming. Where is Alma?
Lee had just let slip that, well, not let slip,
Well,
but mentioned that Alma is back at the shop still
Yeah.
packing up.
Presumably, she's going to be doing that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
She
So-
may also be destroying evidence.
What if?
Should we kill her?
No.
Fair enough.
What if I call the sheriff back? Since I have his number now.
You've had his number for a long time.
I've had his number for a
I'm
long
sure.
time. What if I call the sheriff and tell him that he needs to come right now to the antique store because there's some evidence he missed?
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, you call, and he goes, oh, Rosa, this is my personal number. You got to be careful.
Sheriff,
or the
it's
missus
fine.
is going to
You-
think
you
something's
call-
going on.
He called you first.
I'm old enough to be your mother, Sheriff. You need to come to the antique store right now.
There also is no missus.
Wrong tree.
But yeah, no, but he will agree to meet you there. Inside, Pierre is just kind of like slumped behind the counter, staring off into space. Lee's rushing around trying to help out, and Alma's packing in a hurry.
Can I? So if we, as we did the theorized move,
You can just kind of narrate.
does
how
it
you
become
did too.
clear what that crumpled paper has written on it?
Not yet, but you will get it.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to think about like if
So
there's.
yeah, how do you confront her? Or do you just like walk? We can just say it. You don't have to narrate every bit because it's late.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I guess.
But the plan's just like you walk the sheriff through, kind of.
Yeah,
what happened.
walk the sheriff through, and then, I don't know, come in and... I think Rosa considers the sheriff to be deeply incompetent. I think she's going to inform the sheriff of everything. And
Do you
then
want to just call the ADA? You have the assistant district attorney's number.
Remember that guy from the.
Oh,
the
yeah.
or-
mean,
Well, I think maybe on the way over there, I will call the ADA
Yeah,
and
she'll meet you there.
yeah, and just lay out everything for the two of them, and then I'm gonna march in there, and Rosa, will say, Alma Heimwinkel, you are under arrest for the murder of Pauline Albertine.
Amazing.
You have the right to remain silent.
The ADA will be like, I know I warned you about not being involved. Might be a bit involved, but thank you. This does seem thorough. We can take it from here. And
At
as
several points, Nellie looks like she's about to start speaking up, and then just steps back. My maiden
Yeah.
move is Frank Columbo, which means that the elite inside you don't take me seriously. And like each time you say something that I'm like, I could add a detail here, I'm like, you know what?
once you probably gathered a lot of this evidence, right? Like laying it across to kind of walk everyone through it. Once the commotion stopped, Alma's been taken away, Pierre's gone upstairs to lay down, and you're kind of taking this all in as Lee's trying to, you know, just organize in the back, and you have a quiet moment. You're looking, and there was somebody else in here who never actually went home last night because everybody forgot about him.
Oh, George was sleeping upstairs.
George is gonna pop up from behind that same couch
George, what are you doing here?
and is pointing at the crumpled paper. He'll grab it really quickly, kneel down on the floor, and just kind of spread it out and reach up to Babs and then make like a cookie pen kind of gesture. And if you hand a pen, George is going to start translating these occult symbols.
I just whispered to Rosa, did you get Nazim's phone number?
No, I don't think so. I could probably convince the sheriff to give it to me, though.
Or Pierre.
Could add additional information.
Real quick though, too. So did they
wanna
already
hand me
take
piece of paper?
Alma?
Yeah, they took Alma away.
Alma.
This is a...
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
they did?
I was going to do something to Alma, but
Oh, yeah,
never-
what would you do? Hold on.
Well, while the officer was trying to handcuff her, I just go, "You're doing it all wrong," and I walk over there with my 3 leashes and just tie her up with the 3 leashes that I got back for my bids.
And I'll
Amazing.
hit the sheriff in the chest, just like this, and be like, those are valuable antiques, you know.
And he's just
There's
like...
a specific reason I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But I just push it through. I'm like, you don't know what you're doing, and then just tie her up with like my leashes.
You don't know the last thing about handcuffs.
Hey, Banjo's never gotten away.
Incredible.
That's probably what makes George pop up, is the mention of Banjo. Written as George would.
Under protection of the midwives of the fragrant void?
Voids aren't supposed to smell.
I don't know that I love the idea of a fragrant void.
That's where I'm going to end my part of the mystery. We do have a scene to narrate if you want now.
Yeah, so a couple hours later, after this is wrapped up, as we're all contemplating
how a void could be fragrant and what it might smell like and why it needs a midwife. Nellie returns home, is a bit tidying up, washing cups and putting things away, and hears just a little sound that to her is really comforting and sweet. But if anyone else were there, they wouldn't hear anything. They would just feel a deep vibration in their bones that would linger in their memory for months, if not years. Just like a and she perks up and goes, "Oh, there you are." She walks to the backyard, which is, thanks to Rosa, quite lovely. She has a vegetable patch and things. And just on the side of the vegetable patch, underneath some, between some melons she's growing and a small wooden, cordoned off square with 3 layers of wood and occult symbols drawn on it to stop the mint getting out. She says, "Oh, that's new. Where did you get that?" And she bends down to a small wooden box that is now lying in her garden. A wooden box that looks very like it was made from a ship from the 1800s. That has somehow made its way to her garden, and in it is, wide-eyed and delighted to see her, the pet that she describes as her tortoise. And she smiles and pats its head and says, it's only a few more days on these melons, and then they'll be all ready for you. And it goes, and then we're done.
So you can add that to your cozy little place.
Great.
Okay.
Doing okay, Chris?
No, I'm not.
What? We've very established that the thing that very few get to see is the tortoise. It's not a tortoise.
At least it has a head, maybe.
It's a turtle.
Ah.
It's a terrapin.
Plus, so much more.
And Nellie only found out years after she got it, and she's sort of embarrassed about that, not knowing the difference. And
So that's why she hides it from everybody?
No, it hides itself.
Oh, I see.
It's just she calls it a tortoise, but it's a terrapin. Anyway.
So let's do a quick round of tell me each of your questions you checked off. You don't have to explain a lot of why, and then we will wrap up with stars, wishes, sparkles. Chat, feel free to do stars, wishes, sparkles too.
So mine were, did you secretly undermine the authority of a local official? I would say not so secretly,
That
multiple
works.
times. And did you show someone you've still got it? And I would like to think that, pulling the phone out of the hand of the coroner and telling the sheriff how to do
100%.
his job is, yeah, that.
I think so. Plus, you get to solve a mystery.
Oh yeah, all right.
How's Babs doing?
That's why I wanted to undermine the authority by tying him
Yes, incredible.
tire up.
Amazing. Especially since that part of your bid was denied.
Solve the mystery, and then I wanted to vaguely say, show someone you got it, only for Bab's ability to continuously drink over 2 full days, or well, I guess that full day,
We
and
had like 2
still-
bottles of wine at that night. It's incredible.
and still
Still
get
got
everything done.
I kept mine the same. I don't think I secretly undermined the authority of a local official in any particular way, because I don't think because all of my comments about the sheriff were to Rosa, whose opinion was already settled in the right
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
But I also still had share your wisdom with a young person, which I tried with Marjorie that didn't take, and then with
You shared it. It doesn't mean that.
with Lee at the end.
Oh yeah,
there as well.
definitely took
Yeah.
with Lee. You shared it. You can't help what they do with it.
Well, she's dead now.
So yeah, we'll go down the
Oh,
same
no.
line. Stars, wishes, sparkles. So stars are something you liked that happened. Sparkles are something you're proud of that you did, and then wishes for the future.
Sorry, my brain is mush.
I mean, I was going to start with the entire Nigel Hazim scene with Rosa stumbling out, saying, being all in Babs'
Yeah.
intervention was incredible.
Yes,
it
that
was
was very
beautiful. Yeah, every moment of it. Also, Justin's description of the answer to that very odd question about Pauline's room was
That was
perhaps
so
the
good.
most concerning scene we've seen so far in this entire
Yeah.
Brindlewood campaign. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, star to Justin for suggesting the photo being Azim's face on an underwear model.
This is unrelated underwear.
That was beautiful. Sparkles, yeah, I enjoyed the scene of pulling the phone out of the hand of the corner.
Yes, incredible.
That was fun for me. And I think actually showcased more who Rosa is in terms of just nope, you don't know how you're gonna do this? I'm gonna do this. Wishes. I want to know more. What's going on with George? I want this whole occult symbols thing. Yeah, I hope we get some more midwives of the fragrant void. Also, the fragrancy of the void is a weird concept for me, but I'm curious to find out what it is.
I'd say stars for me too is just Nellie's dialogue. Has just been awesome through this one. I love the story aspect and the kind of teaching you, but this is how it is, all at the same time, has been great. I'm curious about George as well. That's my wish on that one.
And Sparkles is something you like that you did.
Sparkles. Sparkles is something that I would almost like to explain now, maybe, that wasn't necessarily explained, which is my bid, and I don't know if that would ever be explained.
You can
but
go for it.
there was a
I
reason for my
decided to
bid.
leave
What
you
did you
up.
bid?
Wasn't that what you were trying to pawn at the beginning?
Yeah,
Or
so,
not to pawn, but
so I bid. So I bid for two things. So I bid for the chest, which my bid was $472.37, which, by the way, sold for $100, but they will get $472.37 because that was a huge jar of just nothing but change that she had,
Incredible.
and she doesn't want to go through that, so she just hands it.
Yeah, you can write off as a
The
donation.
$32.47 is just what she had in her pockets and her wallet left at the end, and then she felt like that might not be enough, so she offered the $3.
So for chat,
with
yeah.
everything that happened with Alma, your friends here will have to hand deliver that $372 and change to the Brindlewood Bay Whaling Museum themselves in about a month.
And we certainly will. Yeah.
Yeah, so Babs bid for, what was it?
That was
the
the
knife.
knife.
Oh, the knife, right. The Babs bid, yeah.
No
it was
one else knew to bid for it. so
$32.47 and 3 dog collars. So,
And a note says, sold for $32.47. You can keep the collars.
it's a cheap knife.
So those are the collars used to tie on.
Yes.
Again, that just really so Nigel's unpaid invoice was for $35. Yeah, that sounds right for Nigel.
Yeah,
Did you get a sparkle moment? Or any other thing?
So the big wish I have that I've said a few times is I really wish anybody in this town would think to do CPR, or but that's
haven't
a
been
Just
trained.
try
that's
to
an
help.
in character thing rather than the actual wish. This is great. I mean, the George stuff is great. The midwives thing. I'm really excited to see what happens with the scene that Chris and Justin didn't get to see. And-
that is probably my biggest wish.
And
yeah.
the sparkles for me, I think just the building off Justin's idea about it, coming up with the idea to have the gold crown move, make the knife an auction item.
Oh my God, yes.
That was amazing.
That was so
that
good.
was really good. I also think I'll find it. By the way, if you won something, add it to your cozy little place. You have new items in your cozy
yeah.
little place. Definitely stars for each one of you when you've described the darker parts of Brindlewood Bay. But also a sparkle for me because I showed Atlas something I wrote weeks ago that predicted all of the words, and I have successfully subconsciously planted words in your brain. So
It was
sparkles for
really
me.
effective.
Yeah, it was fun. Wishes, really excited for y'all to learn about George, more about the town of Brindlewood Bay, more about that scene. Also, for me to be off the next 2 weeks and get to watch some of y'all playing Farlands with Nathan, and who created it, and Matt from Mimics and Misfits, which is a GM-less system that you'll chat about and then get a chance to play. So that'll be the next 2 weeks. Our next adventure, watch me forget this after we spent all the time pushing this. It's going to be July 9th and then July 23rd. And this is going to be Heather, Dakota, and Gustavo for Lies and Dolls, or A Very Brief Tenure. That little break in there on the 16th, we're going to have a special guest who's talking about like Pokemon, but other trading card games, and how that can be like a storytelling and memory-keeping adventure. It's very cool. But you will see Chris, Sean, Gustavo at the end of July and early August. Visit the Whaling Museum, and then Justin will be back in August with Caitlin and Scott. So thank you all so much for joining us for our first in-person adventure. Thank you, everybody, for staying late. We got them through the Theorize Move eventually, but have a good week.
Goodbye.
Like, subscribe, all the things.